What is that? I don't know what's going on, dude.
Wait.
No waiting, sorry. We're in. Hey, everyone. Nice.
You like that?
I did.
Hey, Reedy, all good back there?
Eyes off.
Hey Joel, I gotta say, your hospitality's off the charts.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah.
No way.
It's been the greatest
Anytime,
experience.
dude. Oh, there we go. Hey.
Okay, so that
There we
one's
are. Oh,
on.
you can see my
Can
keyboard.
you see Eli? Yeah, cool. Oh, except for he's not standing.
Yeah, we'll,
We can stand for one of the
I
songs.
can see him enough. That's all right.
Well, we can stand for
Wait,
one of
so
the
we're
songs.
on now? Or
Yeah, we
we're
are.
on.
We're live.
Hey,
Yeah.
sorry for the wait, guys.
Yeah, it was Reed's fault.
For
It's
some
all good.
reason, Ableton is not
Yeah.
working.
It's okay.
So
Yeah.
we're not going to use it.
Watch
this
this,
is-
though.
Straight
This is
sound,
cool.
zero effects. So,
Hey, there's Logan.
sorry.
All right. Are we starting it off with a tune?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to play some,
Sweet. I'm gonna turn my mic off and hand it over. This is Run Wilson, everyone. I'm sure. Yeah, take it away.
All right. Max, you want to talk about this song? What it is?
So this one's called DiCaprio. This was our first single off of our new album. Yeah. You guys ready? 'Cause I'm ready.
Yeah. I'll just give you 6.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
One or two of something blue. You've got me dancing neon lights. You're the queen tonight. Feeling dazed and so confused. I guess I'll write a song for you if you want me to. I only see the lights go dark till the fireworks start. I couldn't watch you pass me by, but I wonder what you're hiding in your mind. Are you Jack DiCaprio? Running back and let me know, let me go. Pour it fast until it's low. Oh, oh. DiCaprio. Cool.
Oh,
Yeah, nice.
We haven't played together in so long.
It's been a minute.
It really has.
There we go.
Can they see us all right?
Yeah, how's that? Wait,
Yeah.
Reed, turn that off. I think.
Off?
Okay.
I think so. Maybe. Yeah, you're probably right. Actually, turn it back on. Turn it back on. Hello to everyone out there. My name's Joel Andrews. This is my podcast, The Quest for Why. This is the 4th installation. I've been playing chess with people and listening to music and talking about everything, life and the human experience, and yeah, listening to some music. So this is Run Wilson, group of ragtag suburban boys.
That's
Group
us.
of
Um,
misfits.
Yeah. Why don't you guys go around real quick and give a little intro of each of you, and then maybe someone can give a sort of a little background on the band and what you guys are all about.
You want to go back to front? Reed, you're up.
Terrible idea.
All right. You go, Max.
All right. I'm Max Yoder. I play guitar. I sing. I write. That's my gist.
I'm Luke. I play rhythm guitar and sing a little bit, and I write a little bit. I'm just chilling.
What's going on back there? Do we have strobe lights now?
I don't know.
Somebody unplugged the lights and now they're tweaking it. Plug them back in.
It happens.
Sorry
Alright.
for plugging the lights in.
I'm Eli. I play bass and do some of the art stuff. And yeah, new stuff coming soon.
I'm Logan. I play the piano.
The roads today.
That's about it.
And in the back there.
I'm Reed.
Yeah.
I play the drums and I also set up all the audio stuff.
Yeah. So he's to blame for the delay.
Oh, big
I'm just
time.
kidding. He's
Big
he's
time.
the
Wow.
one. He's the one to blame for actually starting ever. So.
You know what? We're late to everything. It's okay.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, they showed up at 5 for
We're
this,
fashionably
and
late.
It's all good.
Yeah.
They should have showed up
Um,
at 1.
Actually, we showed up at 7. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
It happens. It's all good though. So what's the band all about?
So, it started out. I joined a bass choir my sophomore year, and me and Luke have always known each other. We've always played guitar together, and we've always jammed a little bit. And we were standing next to each other one day, and I was like, "Dude, we should start a band." So we just decided then and there that we were going to start a band, and we didn't have any equipment. It was just us two, and we knew one piano player, and it was Logan. We found him at lunch, talked to him, and we said, well, we don't know where we're going to rehearse. And he said, well, cool. My dad has thousands of dollars of equipment in our basement if you guys want to practice there. And we said, cool. And then my friend from church, Bella, she gave me the names of a drummer and a bassist, and now we're here. Pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the rundown.
Run
That
down.
is the rundown.
Such a heartwarming
We used to be
story.
Urban Crowns. Those are the days.
Yeah.
Urban
Old
Crowns.
name.
What's up with that name?
I don't
I
know.
did
We
not
just
come
like
up with
came up
Trash.
with it like on a whim, just at school. We're just like Urban Crowns.
Yeah.
That's what it's gonna be.
Urban Day.
And then
Urban
later, like
Yeah.
once we started performing, we realized that the name was kind of like, it kind of sounds like a high school band. We want to be a little more than a high school band.
Yeah.
So we came up with Ron Wilson.
Where did Ron Wilson come from?
Oh, that's the good one.
Is that anything to do with a bass player somewhere?
So, our buddy over here, Eli Wilson, he never runs.
Okay, it's
He
literally
never
not
works
because
out.
of that. All right.
He never
No,
works
that
out.
is-
So it's kind of like a call to action, Ron
Ah.
Wilson.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
It's more of a command.
It's like
it's
a-
command.
There's an intervention
knows
to,
it
Yeah,
to
it's
get
a-
him.
it's
Hey,
a-
I
It
don't
just
run
cry
either.
for help.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't run either. So.
Okay.
Hey, Reed, it's all right.
Yeah.
Reed doesn't
We're in
Reed
this
can't
together.
run. Nice. Well, so that's DiCaprio. That's your second newest single that's come out.
Yeah.
Talk about that song a little bit. Where did that come from, and what does it mean?
So, do you guys want me to talk about it?
Yeah.
Okay. So during.
Wait. I want to hear from Logan. Just for a sec, even if it's not about DiCaprio.
You want to hear from Logan?
Yeah, I just want to hear you talk.
You want to hear me talk?
Yeah.
All right, that's nice.
What does DiCaprio mean to you?
What does
Logan?
DiCaprio mean to me?
Yeah.
Well, he's a very famous actor.
Hmm.
And,
Oh, yeah?
You know, I like his movies a lot. You know, there's a reason that he wins so many Oscars.
Hmm.
Didn't he only win like one?
Yeah, it took
Yeah,
like
literally
20
only
years
one
or
for
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
He deserves more. The song, it's very peaceful to me.
Hmm.
I like it a lot. It's one of
Hmm.
my favorite to play out of our entire set.
Nice. Where did it come from?
So, during like the heart of quarantine, I wrote most of the new stuff during that time, like March, April, May.
Hmm.
And this was the first one that I really conjured up during this time. And it was just, I've always had this friend who was always like so mysterious to me. He's a great person. I love him. But he has kind of like this persona to him. Like, my goodness, what's his name? Gatsby.
Leonardo
Like
DiCaprio.
Gatsby. And, you know, Gatsby just doesn't swing right. So we went with DiCaprio, but he has this persona to him that's just like Gatsby. So, like, mysterious, and he has this aura to him. So that's kind of lyric, like, are you Jack DiCaprio? Run it back, pour it fast.
Does the said person know it's about him?
No, he doesn't.
No.
No.
Mysterious.
Spill the beans.
And I'm pretty sure that like encouraged the sound of like the single because it's like really dreamy and mysterious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and It's probably my favorite part of the song.
Yeah.
Just how it
Mhm.
sounds.
The way I imagine this song is like a waltz in like a crappy basement, you know, with just like a high school party, and it's slow motion to me. That's
Mm.
basically when I was writing it. That's all that I had in my head, and that's still all I have in my head today about it.
Nice. Yeah, it's definitely different than your first EP. Like the sound is way different.
Oh yeah, yeah. I feel like we've really developed a lot.
That's,
yeah,
that's
I feel
one of
like
the
we've
reasons.
come into our like own sound.
Yeah.
Like the EP was kind of just like.
I also think a little bit our sound kind of shaped with our lives a lot.
Hmm.
So we, originally we had a lot of brighter, not happier necessarily.
Yeah.
Just
What happened, Logan?
look, I've been places, I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think we released this one so early because it does sound so different,
Yeah.
and we just wanted to show. Because, like, the EP, it's, like, kind of versatile, like, with Coco Glow. Like, that's kind of out there.
Hmm.
But this is, like, out there in a completely different way than anything else.
Yeah.
And so.
All jokes aside, though, like, what do you guys think was sort of the? Did you just change your sound just because you wanted to, or did it happen naturally, or?
That's literally what I'm saying.
I
This-
think we were
the
just
sound is-
for the EP. We were just really excited. We were
Mm.
just like let's just get it done.
We
We,
had
we were recording music. This is gonna be so
no
fun.
idea.
And we
had
did
no
it.
idea what
Yeah,
we were
we just
doing.
kind of went for it.
Yeah. I mean, those were all the songs that we had rehearsed, like, in our really early days.
Hmm.
Like, I remember our first rehearsal. Everybody came down to the basement, and I was like, well, I guess we don't know where to start because we didn't know what covers we were going to do. So let's just run down this original that I've been playing. And I started playing Cadillac, and that was probably the first time we ever played together was Cadillac.
Hmm.
So, and I think
First
that,
time I met you guys too.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. It was the first time I met some of these dudes, and I think that Sherry Lane was more. It felt like adolescence
Hmm.
to us, the sound wise.
We were like
I would
kids
agree
in a
with that.
candy store. We were so excited about it. We're just like we just want to get these songs out
Mhm.
Yeah.
and out of the way. And now I think we're kind of thinking about it more and like getting into a process where we have our own sound.
Yeah,
and
in the
stuff like that.
studio, we had no idea. Like, we recorded with Griffin Landa at the Establishment, and he like knows what he's doing, but we did not. So
Mhm.
like, he'd be like, "What do you guys want this to sound like?" We'd be like,
Make it sound cool.
I still
Whatever
remember-
you like.
The
I can
Killers?
still remember the day where
Sherry Lane equals the Killers.
Never let you go.
Just
I
never
think
let
we
you
brought
go.
that up.
yeah.
We were like,
it was the
"Do you
guitar
know-"
riff.
Yeah, the da na 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 na. This the.
It's the Killers.
And it's the da na 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 coming out of my cage, and I've been doing
Mr.
this.
Brightside.
He's like, okay, cool, I can do that.
I can still remember the day in the studio we were recording Sherry Lane, and I played Coco Glow really bad, like embarrassingly bad, and I got sent out of the recording room. And I was in the lobby.
We kind of kicked.
You got grounded.
I
You
was
got put in
I got
timeout.
grounded. I was sat with this big electric piano on my lap, and I was just playing it like 1,000 times.
Oh
and
my
I-
God.
We'd come and visit him, like make sure he has
And laugh at
water.
me.
Yeah, like slide food under his door.
No, I went and
Yeah.
got my own food, and then they still came in and laughed.
Ah.
It was great.
Nothing like learning the part on the day of the recording, eh?
Well, you know,
It
story
happens.
of.
I've been there. I've been there.
Been there.
Sight reading is a skill.
Beautiful.
What do you guys think? Looking back, what are your what are the things you learned from recording your first EP that
my
you think
gosh.
you like criticisms of your first EP that you think made your first album, like full album, what it was?
Somebody else go first.
For me, what I learned to do and what I hadn't done when we recorded Sherry Lane is when I hear something in my part that I know is wrong, but no one else can tell. During the recording of the first album, I didn't say a word. I just let it happen, and no one cared, but me.
We did not care.
Yeah.
We just didn't know.
Yeah.
Exactly,
well-
because I knew the mistake was there,
Well,
and
we know
I
in
should have said
retrospect.
something.
Yeah,
to it.
we
Like when
know
we
now.
look back, we can tell now.
Yeah.
Like that's.
But
Hey,
now in the
it's
moment,
just-
Reed, could you turn Logan's mic up a little bit?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
agree.
can.
Like you,
Oh,
or you
Logan
get
can
closer
actually do that.
too.
Let me see here.
What'd you say, Eli?
I just told him he could get closer.
Oh.
He's a little far away.
To me, I think that looking back on Sherry Lane, it for a while I looked at it really painfully. I just refused to listen to it, kind of, and I feel like a lot of musicians are like that. You like release stuff, and you've heard it so many times, and you've played it so many times that you just hate it. And I think that now it's so far removed that it's something that I can look back and definitely learn from this time around. And the little things definitely matter. Because there's little things that we all sit down and listen to in Sherry Lane that we're like, that sucked, and that could have so easily been changed in like 2 minutes. But I think that's why we spent so much time on our new project, is because we focus on the little things.
Yeah. We know those songs aren't like bad.
Yeah.
But there's so much. Like Red and Blue, for example, is our least streamed song by far. And it's not like it's a bad song, or it's not like Max didn't do well when he played it, but like you can go through the whole song, you can scrub through it, and it is literally the same.
Yeah.
No matter where you put.
And I think
yeah.
I think we've taken that into consideration this time around, because I mean, out of the songs that are on this next project, there are probably 10 that aren't on there that could have been. And I mean, we just don't want. We say it like we don't want another Red and Blue, but it's true. I mean, just throwing stuff out there is different than actually taking the time and considering
Yeah.
what people are going to like, not just what we're going to like.
Right. Yeah. Have you guys noticed, like, what have you learned about sort of the online, like, music, I guess, marketing thing? Like, have you learned anything about, like, things that you like versus public perception?
Oh yeah.
Or anything else regarding, like, all the algorithms and, like, I guess just putting your music out there?
We're not all like, none of us are super good at social media. Like we all have it. We all have a few followers, like average, above average, I'd say. But like, there's things on the band account that we've realized, like, we should never.
No one cares.
We should never post anything like that ever again. And then like we'll get to something like this, and we're like, how are we gonna post this? Like, do we put it on the story? Do we put it on the main? Do we put it on the main and the story? Like, we've learned to like check ourselves instead of just like posting it everywhere.
The tough questions.
Yeah.
Read what comes to your mind when you're talking about posts you wish we hadn't posted.
Well, there's some that are gone now. But
We could do an Instagram deep dive on stream if you guys want.
the post that we posted for this one, Max asked Eli and I, like, is this a good post? And I was like, yeah, that would be sick, except cut out 7 seconds of the video. Because he like spins around in that chair. It's a different chair. You can spin in the one that's in the video. And then he like plugs his guitar in, and then he just looks at the camera. And I didn't tell him which 7 seconds to cut out, but he cut out the part where he spins around and plugs in his guitar. So he's just staring at the camera for 7 seconds.
Sounds like you guys need
So the one we posted today is the one we probably shouldn't have
Yeah.
posted.
Well, it's not even like the worst thing in the world. Like, it's still a post. People still know the podcast is happening.
Yeah.
But it's just like that little thing where it's like,
Yeah. You guys need a PR person.
We need money.
Yeah.
Joel.
Yeah, there you go. I guess.
I can do it for
PR is
free.
very
I
expensive.
think that marketing, social media marketing is this whole other beast that we never even considered.
yeah, we just play.
And that, I would love to just play. I would love to just play, but that's not how it works, And I don't even know. I could go into this forever, because it's so difficult for young musicians and people that are just starting out from ground zero to grind to develop a fan base. Is that a PST?
Yeah, it is.
Nice. Yeah, it's hard to grind to develop a fan base, and I think that we're doing the right thing. I think that we're doing the right things, but I constantly am second guessing and saying, like, Reed, what more could we be doing right now? And a lot of the times we're doing fine right now.
Well,
There's
and we
nothing
don't
more that
even
can
know.
do.
We have no idea.
Yeah.
We're kind of just figuring out for ourselves.
That was actually one of two big reasons I started this podcast. Was I was talking to Reed about online marketing of you guys, and I was like, well, I know a lot of people that could benefit from knowing each other and sort of just, like sharing each other's posts, like maybe like when gigs open up, like opening and like playing with each other. And so yeah, I feel that, and I think it's tough. So we kind of, I think if we collaborate though within like our industry, that's like the best thing we can do is to like help other groups, and in turn they help us.
Yeah.
So.
Mhm.
Yeah, we had a big argument about that.
We
one.
did,
I
yeah.
remember. Me and our aunt and Joel and
Oh, I
my
heard about
sister
this.
and I.
Yeah.
We were like,
I mean, it's
no,
like
you
just-
should make the post and you should tell everybody. And I was like, no, but we don't want to, because then it like looks super.
Yeah,
weird.
Reed was real worried about image, which is important, but also name recognition. It's like it's a weird, it's a really intricate balance.
Balance
I
Yeah,
think.
these
Yeah.
guys know that like I will like if they have something and I'm like, no, that'll make us look this way. Like I'm gonna fight for that so hard.
Yeah,
Even if,
I've
even
noticed.
if I'm wrong,
yeah.
which I am. Like,
Oh my
quite a
God,
bit.
Reed just
don't
admitted that
think you
he's
are.
wrong sometimes.
Gasp.
Oh.
Yeah.
But like
I love you, Reed.
even if I like there's like an inkling in my brain that like this could make us look like
Stupid.
needy or dumb or whatever. I'm
Yeah.
like, please can we just not do this
Yeah.
right now?
You guys you should really find like some college like communications major like that you guys know and be like, yo, maybe you can apply like, or maybe you're going into performing arts management. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm
So I
going
guess
into
you'll be that.
advertising, so
okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
we
Well,
kinda
you
have
guys
it
are
all
set.
figured out
I'll
here.
be that.
Give it a year or two, and you guys
We
are.
got a design
The
major.
problem is
Wow. Yeah.
the
you got 'em
problem
hit.
is nobody knows what makes bands blow up. Like obviously they have to advertise, obviously they have to market themselves and have good designs and well, some of them don't have such great designs. But like nobody's figured out what the code is to like get you millions of streams.
You get a Grammy.
Well,
That's the
that'll
thing,
do
because
it.
like people will blow up and they'll go like viral and stuff on like TikTok. but
Yeah.
It's so short lived because then you're like, oh, you're the
Thanks for
fame
the
of
follow.
that song or whatever, and it's just it doesn't last.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we want to make it last.
Yeah.
definitely.
No one has all the answers. Tim Band 37 says, "Love Sherry Lane and all the songs. Play 'em, fellas. Let's go."
so?
Hey, we'll play.
You wanna play another tune, or you wanna keep chatting?
Is that Tim Carver?
It could be Tim.
That
Carver.
might
Tim
be Tim
Band
Carver.
37.
I'm gonna guess. Okay.
Is
Yeah.
it- is
you
that
wanna
him?
do? You wanna do? Blue
Identify
Jean?
yourself.
Should we do BJD?
If you want.
No, we can play a little. Here, you want me to shut this light off again? Joel, have you been manning the cameras much?
Not as much as I should be.
No. Okay.
You turned my guitar off last time.
All right.
Just
Fair
give us
warning.
1, 2.
Yeah, I want to.
This solo will be interesting. I kind of just fiddled with it while we were,
That's alright.
I haven't played it in a long time. All right. Well, I'm ready, boys.
1, 2.
Well, should we stand?
No, just say it. We're-
No.
dude,
I
dude.
think Joel thinks we should stand.
You think so?
I'm down to stand.
Yeah.
I'm not down to stand, but
I can only see Eli's forehead.
Oh,
I
that's
think
tough.
I think I'll stand, boys.
If you make me stand,
Yeah.
Not you.
I will fight.
Alright.
Last time I did that was as a joke, and it made me do it seriously. I broke my iPad.
let us know if Tim ever says who he actually is.
He said hashtag UHS Pride, so I
Yeah.
think it might be Tim Carver. Thanks for tuning in, by the way, Tim
Thank
Carver. I
you.
appreciate it.
Can you see my head or am I?
I can angle it.
I think we're.
I might have to stay down, fellas.
What's wrong there?
I don't think it goes.
It goes super high. You'll learn this in your music tech class.
That's not it.
There should be a vertical twisty thing. There you go.
Oh.
people
Hey.
There it is.
Luke is sitting this one.
out.
Joel, what's your at for people to follow?
My at
On Twitch?
on Twitch.
Yeah.
It's just twitch.tv/Joel Andrews.
And that's the one you're going for?
That's my, yeah, that's the link. Yeah.
What are you talking about going for?
All right. Hey, you guys ready?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Okay. It's on you, bud.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Let me take you on a magic carpet ride. Maybe fly me to the moon. Figure skating in the January white. Swim the summer ocean blue. 1,000 colors of your serendipity. Shoot me right between the eyes. And you know that I can't find the melody, or I'll fade into the light. Ballroom dancing in the tiny living room is what makes me wanna stay. 'Cause walking midnight down on Court Avenue really makes me feel insane. Come on, Rosie, don't wait for me to come around. You see, I'm never gonna change. I've never been the one to try and stick around, 'cause the lights all look the same. My blue jean dream, fall on me. Can't you see, baby? Blue jean dream, fall on me. Can't you see, you're crazy?
Nice.
The solo was pretty good, guys.
Yeah, that
was-
actually wasn't bad. I was impressed.
Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go, Tim. That's your gift for the night.
Well, I feel bad because the last time we said we were gonna stream, I told Tim, I was like, hey, we're streaming tonight. We're going to Cedar Falls. You should totally listen in. And he's like, okay, I will. And then we didn't.
Ah, yeah.
But yeah,
That was when it was
Is he cool with you calling him Tim?
yeah,
Really?
Well, we're-
All right.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
not
call
at
him
s-
Mr. Carver.
only not at school.
yeah. I mean, we've known each other for a long time. Since I was like a little middle schooler.
All right. All right.
If I have to call Dana Mr. Andrews,
I don't call him
Mr.
Mr.
Carver, Mr.
Andrews.
Carver.
I just call him Dana.
Oh, yeah. I
t-
say I run all the audio stuff, but my dad,
yeah.
Yeah, Dana Andrews definitely.
MVP.
We've gotten a lot of help from like
Oh,
our
yeah.
educators
Hmm.
at Urbandale
hey, don't forget my father.
and
Oh,
and Papa
yeah.
John.
Speaking of
Papa
that,
John.
we can get back to that in a sec. But Tim says, excellent, love the sound. Keep rocking.
Thanks, Tim.
And apparently Logan really knows how to work a calculator. Is that?
he knows how to work his
Is-
brain.
Is that
Oh, he was in physics today.
Oh, okay.
He does know how to
I-
work a calculator.
With Mark?
Yeah,
Nice.
I've been programming programs on the TI-84s so people don't have to do math.
I used to. I downloaded Pokemon emulators on my graphing calculator.
Nice.
Oh,
No,
Yeah.
I've been
Which ones?
I've been
Yellow was the one I played
Interesting.
primarily. Yeah.
I've been distributing programs to help people do the equations easier.
What starter,
Nice.
Joel?
Nice. I don't remember, dude. That was like 6 years
Max
ago.
is on a Pokemon grind right now.
I love Pokemon.
Real quick, base can go up a little bit, maybe like 20%.
I'm all the way up.
Okay.
No, not you.
Low.
Eli Logan has the control.
Yeah. What is everyone's favorite Pokemon? That's a pretty important
That's a toughie.
important thing.
I was on that grind in like 5th grade, so
Yeah.
I need
hardly
some. I need.
remember.
Mine's Alakazam.
Yeah.
I
How's that?
Abracadabra and Alakazam
Hmm.
are my favorite.
I
Nice.
mentioned to Max on the way here. Mine's probably Sceptile. I don't really know
Okay.
why, but I'm just a Sceptile guy.
Personally, I like Spoink. He's a
Oh
pig-
my
he's a
God.
Pig on a spring, and
That's-
that's pretty cool. Also, like
That's unique.
the
What gen
worst
is that?
Pokemon in the entirety of Pokemon X,
Not Magic
but it's great.
or Feebas.
Respectable.
I'm thinking of one, but I can't remember its name. I know. I'm a fake
What's it
fan.
look like?
I'm a fake fan.
What's it look like?
I'm looking it up.
I know this isn't Pokemon,
Is it Squirtle?
but do you remember Mr. Mime?
That's a Pokemon.
That's a Pokemon, dude.
I thought that was Yu-Gi-Oh.
No.
What's the Yu-Gi-Oh
No, it's a
one?
Pokemon.
Mr. Mime.
Blue Eyes White Dragon.
In the new game,
Not
so Mr. Mime is just like a normal psychic, right? In
Yeah.
in the regular gens, but
Mhm.
in the new game,
Not
Shield and Sword,
Mm-hmm.
they have like Galarian versions. Like that's the region is Galari
Okay.
or whatever it is,
Mhm.
Galleria or I don't even know.
Ireland.
Haven't
But it's an
played 'em.
ice. It's an ice psychic.
Hmm.
Whoa.
Mhm.
Wow.
Interesting.
See, in the anime, he's Ash's mom's husband. Fun fact.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I do remember that. Yeah, that's kind of weird.
It's a thing.
There's also a sand shrew and a sand slash that
Hmm.
are ice.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
well, We digress.
Anyways,
but-
yeah.
That's
Uh,
the thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Blue Jean Dream. That was nice. From the Sherry. That's from Sherry Lane. Yeah.
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 That's our most popular one.
Oh yeah, by a lot.
Okay.
Right now.
Yeah. What were some of the recording flubs in that one? Were there any?
I played drums on that one.
I
Fun
didn't know the
fact.
chords.
I
The only
honestly
one I
think
played
that's
on.
one of them that. There's one. There's two. I don't like my vocals on the "Come On, Rosie," and then right before that, there's a piano key that
Oh
That
yeah.
just
God,
lingers for too long.
Ah.
No, it's not that it lingered too long. I played a straight wrong note,
Yeah, it's one wrong note.
and nobody caught it, including
Hmm.
myself.
Well,
and
it's
we
out there
left
for
it.
everybody. It has like probably 10,000 streams across platforms.
Still my favorite.
Yeah, I think
Hmm.
that's. I think
Still my
10,000.
Nice.
Probably a little less.
Can you hear my water, Luke?
I meant to mention this earlier, but how did Eli join the band? How do you guys know? He's
So-
the lone. You're the lone non-urban Dalian, right?
This is So one of Max's friends with her through church. Yeah. And then she knew me because she went to Ankeny, and then she's like, "Hey, I have this friend that needs a bass player." And then so I texted him, and we were texting, and I was like, so originally this was just for like a show, like this whole band thing was like we just need to play one show.
Yeah,
And
it was
so-
like for a church thing.
And the show got
Yeah.
rained out.
Yeah,
Mm.
they got cut out. But then, so I was like talking to him, and I was like, "Do I want to do this or not?" And then like I was like, "So what are we playing?" And he's like, "I'm not really sure yet. We're just gonna send it." I'm like, "I'm in, like easy,
Did I
no
actually say
problem."
that?
Yes, I have the text. He's like, "We're just gonna send it." I'm like, "Okay, got it. I'm in."
So at that point, was that all covers?
Yeah, we were.
Mostly.
We played a
You played
few.
Crows and
California.
Cadillac, Satin, and
California.
what was the other? California. Yeah.
No, Crows.
Nah,
No, we didn't play
We never
Crows yet.
played Crows.
We
was- that
played
was original.
we played Cadillac. We played a song that doesn't exist anywhere except for live Satin. And we played California, which didn't make it on Sherry Lane, but it could have easily. And Red and Blue.
Nice.
Yep.
Do you guys let's see, on your last stream I think you played a couple covers, is that right?
Mhm.
Is that something you guys consistently do for like live shows?
yeah.
We're
we
trying to
have
get
been.
away
We
from it a
have
little
been.
bit, but
A little
yeah,
bit.
yeah, a little. But we still
Back,
love
back
playing
before we
covers.
had a full original set,
Right.
we
Yeah.
needed to bring in some
Okay.
extra
Yeah, we
material.
only have like. at this point we have like 30 minutes of music. So like
Yeah, at this
that's
point
nothing.
right now, if we played a set right now of released music that is all original, we would have 30 minutes probably. Yeah.
Stream in my bed.
What was I gonna ask?
Yeah. Stream in my bed. baby.
Yeah,
platforms.
new single just came out. I thought it was gonna come out tonight, so I was like,
Yeah,
oh, that's
that's
so
my bad.
perfect. But
That would have been
came out
cool.
last night. It's still cool though.
We'll get to that a little later.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
we can talk about that. I had something on the tip of my tongue. What were we talking about? Like,
Blue Jean Dream.
yeah,
Talking
talking about live shows. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Shows, covers.
yeah. What are some of your favorite groups to cover,
Oh God.
or people?
We used to play exclusively "Moving Out" by Billy Joel.
Tell him
That is
the
not our
story. Tell him the
favorite.
story. Tell him the story.
That happened
Uh,
twice.
Explain Urban Crown moments.
Dude.
So we have this like band meme kind of. It's called. So obviously we used to be Urban Crowns, and
A lot of people don't
if
know
you
that anymore.
commit like something horrible, if you do something absolutely dumb,
A war
stupid,
crime against the
on,
band.
on purpose
Yes.
or not.
not on purpose, completely fail in your fault or on your part, that's an Urban Crown moment, right? So there are a few Urban Crown moments. We have like our top 5.
It's 5 or 10.
And I would say that one of the biggest Urban Crown moments was when we actually did the rescheduled show that was going to be our only show as a band. We did it, and we came out and did Mac Miller's Come Back to Earth, and we were going to go straight into Moving Out.
As you do. As
We
one
had
would
it. We
do.
practiced it
idea was
so
that?
many times. Mine.
Looking back,
That was a Max idea. That combo.
There are a lot of Max ideas that
And
weren't tested.
All
I guess-
they weren't
say-
checked. At
I
that
haven't
time.
heard it, so I won't judge yet.
Before he finishes this story, in my defense, he told me the wrong amount of steps to go down, so I wrote down the wrong number.
So we went from in my head, and let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. And everybody else was on a half step higher than Logan, who it's Billy Joel. It's all piano, right? I almost started crying on stage. Eli looked at me and started laughing, and I was like almost in tears. And he's
got
like,
to.
"It's fine. He's like, just play through it. We can't do anything else." So
Did Logan figure it out? Or
Nope.
What happened?
Did we play it a half step up?
I think we eventually switched.
How? There's no way.
Yeah, what you
I
just
have no
transposed?
clue how we
Maybe
did it,
we
but we
didn't.
got through it.
It was horrible.
No,
Is there
no.
video evidence of
Nope.
this?
Well, it
Max,
almost
I
happened
took-
at Gilroy. I
unfortunately-
took that Gilroy's again.
Yeah, no, Max, and then you did that too. You remember
Yeah.
that? You started
Yeah, that was
a half
Max.
step up, and you were like, shh, and like
Oh.
immediately went down.
Yeah.
No, so it was like it went on for like a chunk of the song where I was a half step down, and then I think I tuned back up because there's nothing you guys could do, and I knew I was wrong.
That's an Urban
Commendable,
Crown
honorable.
moment.
Yeah, we have a fair share
That's
of
not the
Urban Crown
funniest
moments.
one.
That's not the best.
Yeah,
You
that's not
kind of
the
had to be
funniest.
there for that one.
But anyway, my favorite song that we cover
oh yeah.
is "Television" by Rex Orange County.
Yeah, but
Oh,
now
that
you
one's
hate
fun.
it, don't you?
I do hate it now, but
Yeah.
I mean everybody else, including the crowd, loves it, and everybody always asks for it, so we do it.
It's just so fun. There's always like a good energy to it.
Who's riding
every
this?
time?
Anybody else? What's your favorite cover song? That
I'd
you've
have
ever
to
done?
say television is way up there. That
Television is
that one
good.
always hits.
I mean, like, they probably get, like, annoyed, but I'm, like, a huge Billy Joel fan, so I loved to do You May Be Right.
Mm.
Forgot what show we did it at, but
We
it
did
was
it at the
so
one
much
that
fun.
Dana played bass at.
Oh.
Yeah, we did it at a,
That
like
was
a
your show, Luke.
Yeah,
street
it was
show.
at McConnell's house.
Yeah, and that
Like
was
Mr.
super fun,
McConnell, like
too.
the science
Uh-huh.
teacher.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's
Not a
actually
science
just
teacher
a. He's
anymore.
actually just
He's
a.
HR, I think.
He's not HR. He's just an associate now,
Oh.
like a higher up
I'm
associate.
showing my age, I guess.
I guess Tim can check me.
I
But
don't know.
I don't actually know his title.
Check.
He used to be an English teacher after you left.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he was science.
Yeah,
like
and then
like
he
when
was
I was
English,
He was science, and then he was English.
And then after I was gone,
there. Anyways,
he went to the.
Reed, what's your favorite cover?
For how long it took, Dance Baby hit so
Yeah.
hard when we got it right. Oh my gosh.
was that the one you
Like-
guys were working on the harmonies for, or that's
No.
not- okay.
That we only did over the summer.
We
I'm
did it at
pretty
my
sure.
house.
Yeah, but by Dance Baby by Boy Pablo.
Oh, that one was.
It's
fun,
just
too.
a really good song. I mean, I don't know how it sounded when we did it because it's really produced.
It fits us really well.
Thanks.
Yeah.
It's really compatible.
I can tell you my least favorite cover that we did.
Yeah, what's
Let's
that?
hear it.
Jammin'.
Oh,
Jam.
God.
Absolutely.
Why not?
Bob Marley.
Disliked that song.
What happened with that?
Okay,
Oh, I know why you didn't like
because I'm
it.
terrible at playing it. Is why.
Ah, nice.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
No,
Fair
I
enough.
had
Sometimes
Dana.
that's all that takes.
Dana came up to me and was like, he told me I was doing the chord progression wrong. It still like sounded
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
but I wasn't playing the one, like the turnaround was wrong or something. And he's like, play this instead. Like in my ear while we were playing. I'm like,
Ah.
damn,
I remember that.
it's all right.
Also, because
Clutch.
I believe right after that show, I shattered my iPad.
Yeah.
F.
Was that at my
Oh,
house?
no.
Yeah. No, it was the.
Yeah, it
show,
was.
It was no, it was the.
We played it multiple
not-
times.
It was the show that Dana played at.
We did play it multiple times.
I would actually say that my favorite, I have a favorite cover that we've done and a favorite cover that we almost did. And my favorite cover that we almost did was Hotel California. We spent
Oh, it was
so much
so
time on it, and it was so cool.
Hmm.
But like the solo is the solo, and you almost can't play it without the solo. So
Mhm.
I spent like 2 weeks trying to learn it. I couldn't.
All of you did.
Yeah.
It was at the very top of my range.
Yeah.
Sing.
So we were gonna have to take it down like 2 whole steps.
It was a little extreme, but like we were so close, it just didn't work out in the end.
You guys should cover some Radiohead sometime.
I wanted to.
You like Radiohead?
I do.
You Radiohead guy? What's your favorite album?
In Rainbows for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
I'm a classic OK Computer guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I dig that too.
Mhm.
What about like songwriting inspirations? Or actually, let's talk about songwriting process first.
Oh, well, Max.
Is that just Max?
Why don't you start, Luke?
Well,
Because I mean, in my bed is all you, man.
I mean, for me, like I'm just kind of getting into songwriting, so I'm trying to like improve and stuff like that. And like usually I like come up with a title first, and then I kind of work from there. And I like to have other people's opinion, like Reed and Max and everyone really. But I feel like when you like work together, you can develop like new ideas that really like change the course of the song and stuff like that. And I think in the new album that kind of like worked with us
Oh,
for like the better.
Every time, every single song we went to record in the studio, it's now completely different.
It changed completely.
I have all the demos. Like I can show them to you, Joel, but like
They sound like different songs. But
Yeah.
yeah, the songwriting process, Max does most of it, but I dabble in it a little bit. What about you, Max?
This is a really loaded question. So,
It is.
So I'm going. Obviously, us 3 are seniors, so we're gonna graduate. I'm going to Belmont University in Nashville, and I'm going to be majoring in music business with emphasis in audio production and songwriting. So I'm gonna be majoring in songwriting, and I think it's really cool to see how the songwriting process develops throughout the years. Because I can sit down at my acoustic and play songs that I wrote in like 2017. And they,
oh yeah, you have the voice memos.
yeah, I actually have voice memos. I have voice memos dating back to 2017 of me playing guitar and singing. But I guess if we want to talk about what goes into like one song, I will usually I'll usually just kind of strum around on my guitar for a while, and until I find something that I really like, or maybe it'll come to me in my head what I want to hear, and I'll just kind of fiddle around on the guitar until I get there. But then the other aspect of that is that a lot of times I write lyrics when I'm driving. So I
dangerous.
will get out my phone and just record a voice memo of me singing the melody and the lyrics behind it. So then once I figure out what I'm going to do on the guitar, I will usually go back to my voice memos and skim through and see what I can use, what lyrics I can use with this riff that I've just written.
I do that too, because sometimes I just think of like the coolest melodies that like are in my head, of course, but then I forget to put it in a voice memo, and then it just is gone. It's just
Mhm.
gone, and like it's like so strange because you just can't get that back. It's just like, oh man.
Yeah. Well, I can tell a. Hold on. I'll tell a quick story. So one day I was fiddling around on my guitar, and I was watching Forensic Files, like a crime show, people dying, and I wrote this cute little lick. I gotta find where it is though. I think it's up here. Yeah. It's just. Just me fiddling around. And I sat there for 2 hours watching Forensic Files and writing all the lyrics to this like beautiful love song. And
If you do say so yourself.
this love song that I like.
I like it too.
And it's so funny to look back and everybody's like, wow, that song is so like you're gonna make somebody cry with that song. And I always remember that I was sitting there watching people get arrested.
Yeah, you'll hear that one
Yeah, it's
in sometime a couple months.
Yeah.
yeah. I was just gonna say,
So vague.
like, it's so strange how some songs come on because, like, I have a hard time thinking of concepts for songs. So one day, me and Max were just chilling in his room, and I was just like, okay, so we want to write a song. Like, Max, tell me a story, and he just told me like a story about like one thing that happened in his life, and I'm just like, okay, let's write about it. And then I just asked him tons of questions, and he's just like, I just wish I never let her go. I'm just like, Never Let You Go. And then that's how we ended up writing Never Let You Go, or just like starting.
I know for sure that one started with a lick, and I was
Yeah, he you had a lick on the guitar, and it was really cool, and we're just like, okay, what are we gonna write these lyrics about?
he came over one day and I was just going and then he was sitting there and he went
Blue eyes, sun shining, one look and I'll go blinded, but I can't look away.
and we had nothing else.
I would actually like to interrupt for just a second and credit myself for that specific line, because you asked me for help when you guys were starting to write that song on how to get that to flow right.
Yeah, we were
Give
in
Logan
Logan's
the credit.
basement, and then he was
for
just
real.
like,
Take what's
Blue eyes,
yours,
sunshine.
Logan.
one look and I'll go blind, but I can't look away.
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
Yeah.
My only
Put it in a
songwriting
song.
ability is in telling rhymes.
But it was actually
Spitting it.
it was that
I'm
chorus.
20% Irish.
It was that chorus that we sat down and said, we have a verse, now what? We can't just live with a verse. So then we did,
I think of you sometimes, and I always thought it would change your mind, and I guess that you would never know. And then we just kind of,
that's the story,
Then we kind of developed it from there. So it was just like, I just really wanted to write lyrics for his lick that he had. So I was just like, Max, just like tell me a story about literally anything, and then we can try to write this song about that. And to my point, like it can just come in strange ways.
Yeah.
Well, Luke, that's not everybody can do that. Like that's
I
really
know, and
cool
it's
that you
strange
can
because
do
I was
that.
like, we weren't even thinking about it. We're just like, okay, let's write about literally anything, and then it ended up being Never Let You Go.
Well, yeah. Okay, so
Hey, Logan, would you put that orb on the ground?
oh, yeah.
I think it's
Where?
messing with the camera.
I can do that.
So after Max and Luke have their stuff, at least this is how it worked this summer. For Sherry Lane, it was just like, show up at Logan's, we'll play whatever song, and then we'll take it to the studio. But for this upcoming album,
It wasn't the orb. I'll fix it.
for this upcoming album, it was that Max and Luke would have their voice memos. They would come to our house, and we would demo them. Like I got Ableton, I got a bunch of mics, and we just put like those ideas into Ableton, and then we would add drums, and then Eli would add bass, and then it would already be different from what they were even envisioning, in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them not.
So
Okay. But they've all ended up to be like legit songs. And then after the demo, they would go into the studio with Phil Young, who produced this
Shout out to
next
Phil.
album. Who he is a genius. He graduated like top of his class at the LA Recording Institute, and like has worked with everybody. Like, if
40.
Drake.
40
My
yeah,
gosh.
Yeah.
that was insane. Yeah, we were
Like-
like, Phil, who's the most famous person he's worked with?
And we
And
were
he
like
was
months.
like, Carrie Underwood. We were like, that's crazy, Phil. He's like, I met Justin Bieber once. We were like, Phil, you met Justin Bieber?
No, he's like, probably the one I worked with most was with Noah Shabib. We're like,
Yeah,
who the hell is Noah
yeah.
Shabib? We looked
And
him
then
up, it's
Eli was
40.
like, 40?
I'm like-
And we were like, who's
like
40?
The Drake producer, and he's like, yeah.
And then
Oh,
Eli was like,
oh,
you've
what?
met Drake? He was like, yeah, I recorded Drake.
He's
and
just
we
like,
were like,
oh yeah, and Drake.
Phil, that's the most famous person that you've recorded. But he's...
Yeah, we were months into recording the album,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and he was just like,
didn't know.
"Oh yeah, I've also worked with Drake," and
Yeah.
we were just like, "Okay, why didn't we know this earlier?"
Yeah, but
He's humble.
he made
Humble.
these next songs like DiCaprio and In My Bed and the bunch of others that are gonna come out. He's made those what they are,
Yeah,
just as much as we have.
and like we said, they've come out completely different, but we
Completely different.
like we've loved every single one of them.
Luke and I
even though
wrote
it's-
this on the Spotify pitch for In My Bed. We were like, Luke Lilienthal's vision for like a pop ballad, and then like we wrote about how he like took it to the band, and we were like, that's sick.
Mm-hmm.
But also, if it was like, and so like it kind of started. We were like, okay, that
We
works.
were kind of grooving to it and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and then it kind of, because at the start when we were recording In My Bed, it never really like clicked. We felt like, and we're
Mm-mm.
just like, oh, what is going to make this click? And then Max and Reed came in and they started thinking of ideas for harmonies, and Reed really wanted a shaker in there.
That was just in the studio.
And it really kind of developed into like a totally new thing, but like I loved it, and I think everyone else does too.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, I think In My Bed is well on its way to passing DiCaprio. I haven't checked in a couple hours, but DiCaprio's first day had 508 streams.
Yeah, it might pass it up.
In My Bed at like 12 had like 300. So
He meant 12 hours.
at 12 p.m. today. So yeah, that's 13 hours our time.
I have a way.
Crisis averted.
Yeah, they were fixing the camera over there.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, we got it.
Is it look okay now?
Yeah,
I just turned on manual.
I think it looks a
focus
lot
'cause
better.
I was trying to autofocus because people were moving around.
yeah,
Oh, that makes
It's
sense.
not meant to monitor.
yeah. That's better.
Eli, what's your take on the songwriting process?
What do you? I mean,
Well, what
it's
do you
just
do?
so
How-
it's just so interesting to watch you guys come in with a bunch of ideas. It's like, oh, should we try this? Should we try this? And then like we just kind of hang out in Reed's living room with all this
yeah,
stuff
that
set
was
up,
insane.
and it's just slowly comes to fruition. It's just like something good, but exactly what all these guys are saying. Or it's
Well,
like
how
you
would you
just
come
can't
up with your stuff?
predict it?
You know,
So
the
first, it's
EP.
like I go by feeling. So it's like what the song is trying to go for. If it's gonna be like upbeat or not, or the overall like emotion that comes from it. And then I don't know, writing a bass line is just like I feel like it's one of those things that comes naturally. It's the same thing with like melody. Like if you try too hard on a melody, it like always feels a little off, kind of.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things you just have to go through your gut.
You guys, does anyone have any like little bit of a song they're starting that you wanna like develop and jam
In the
on?
works.
That'd be
Like
kinda
now?
fun.
Like,
That'd
you
be-
wanna
yeah,
try it
yeah.
now?
I don't
Let's do
know.
it.
That sounds like
I'm
fun.
so down.
Max, you got
Yeah, Eli, you got some. Max just plays Polaroids. Let's jam on it.
Hey, bro. It's
I mean, No Name song.
You say No Name? Oh, I understand.
But
Not the
No Name,
artist.
like, I love No Name.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, No Name's
Yep.
Not what I was talking about. Max Max? I heard south. Oh, yeah. We almost demoed this one.
Let me go, I don't know why. Let me go, I don't know why. So far removed from the outside.
It's fun. I think bass could actually still go up.
Got it.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
Usually it starts with
well-
just me or Luke, and then we'll run we'll send in the group chat. Hey, what do you guys think of this voice memo?
About,
Like, cool,
about
let's
half
demo
of them, half of them they finish. Well, or almost finish. But like the other half, Max is just like, here's a cool riff, and I have a melody maybe, and then we'll do that. We'll just like play it a little bit, and then just cut it, and then decide where it goes next.
Yeah, and sometimes it happens so quick because
Oh my gosh,
Ma-
yeah.
Max has like a really cool ability to just come up with lyrics like right on the spot, and I admire it so much. And that's why I kind of work with him sometimes, because I'm just like, I just need a lyric for like this part. He just like spouts something out, and then it
that's
ends up
not-
being great.
Max, you're cheating. That's a song that we actually finished. Oh yeah.
And every time I hear it, I think of that one Billy Joel song.
Moving out.
No.
What's the matter with the car I'm driving?
I don't remember the song or the name. Tip of my tongue.
It's a B-side.
I know you know the lyrics to that.
Not all of them. No, here we go. This must be the end
One,
of the road.
2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Luke, our song.
End of the road, buddy.
Oh.
I don't know. I
Ready?
kind of like
1,
Billy
2,
Joel though.
3, 4. I can help you.
Oh.
Ready?
I love what I got, and baby, I'll show it.
Okay. I drank all I got, and wouldn't you know it? Thought I should tell you. If you give me a shot, I won't disappoint you. Oh no, don't go. This is the end of the road. Oh no, don't go. This is the end of the road. Oh no, don't go. Got to go home. Oh no, here I go. I guess I'm alone. End of the road. End of the road. Got to go home. Oh no, here I go. Guess I'm alone.
We didn't
That's
put
fun.
that one on. I got axed.
All right, I lied. Bass is just low in my mix. Turn it back down just a little bit. my dad's texting me with some mixing tips. So thanks.
I
thanks,
I
Dad.
also
I
might
appreciate
have
it.
like absolutely cranked it.
Ah.
Hey, to the person that said Quagsire is their favorite Pokemon, I hate Quagsire.
All I'm gonna
Why
say
is that,
is
Max?
you're wrong.
Because in Shield and in Sword and Shield, you can do like these max raids. So like the thing is like they can Gigantamax or whatever, and they get huge.
Right, gigantic.
And yeah, they have these like dens that you can go find them, and it's like there's like a 40% chance that it's always Quagsire.
Mm.
So I just hate him.
Yeah.
And Cramorant.
I'm not I'm like a Gen like 2 through 4 person. I didn't play past that.
Yeah,
so
that was the. Oh, we didn't.
I'm
even know how
oblivious to
play
the new
game.
ones.
Okay,
Is that
it's
Emerald?
the same.
I've played Fire Red through Platinum.
It's the same feeling as if you're searching for a certain Pokemon, but you just get 10,000 Pidgeys.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
or
got
like,
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
Gotcha.
you're like getting Zubats and
All,
Pidgeys
Hey,
and
don't knock Zubats.
Geodudes.
Caterpies.
Yeah.
all
Zigazoo.
Joel and I
100%
played.
hit confusion.
Anyways, how do we always end up back at Pokemon?
It's so nostalgic.
Sort of reeling it back in. What are you guys looking at to do with this group? Like, what are your goals?
Get extremely rich, and that's
Dude.
all I care about.
That's all right.
Short term or long term?
Yeah.
How about in the next month?
Okay.
In the
short-
next year and in the next 5 years?
Okay, month, nothing really, because we
Month?
can't
Not a
do
lot we
anything.
Don't
Month,
you have
you
an
wanna
album
get-
coming out?
Not in a month.
Oh, okay. 2 months.
months.
I don't know.
In a while, the goal is to be able to play a show. The album's fine. The album's done. It will release. It will be fine.
Yeah, and I think
People are gonna listen to it, but
not only doing a show of only our own music, but doing a show that people remember and doing it well.
that they, yeah, like I think we have a really big potential. I know because we can play a lot of things pretty well, especially if we like really go for it. And I think our live show that we have set up and that we're working on right now can be so crazy, but like
That
It-
people will get the chance to see.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's just like if people are sitting, because right now all the venues in Iowa at least, you have to be at a table with like at most 6 other people or 5 other people, so 6 people to a table. So that's, I mean, it's still cool to see live music, but this show is not gonna be like mosh pit, but like
Yeah, I mean, you
gonna be
want
crazy.
you want shoulder to shoulder like people screaming.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it'll still be
Someday.
cool without it, but
Eventually.
When
like,
all this stuff is over.
that's what
Yeah.
we're going for at this moment.
So your whole like band, I guess, vibe as far as a live setting isn't like just go play in a bar. It's like you want a live experience for the
Yeah.
audience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
We don't really care about the size of the venues, but we want to play venues where people can stand and they can jump.
I want to make an impact, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't want to just be a cover band. And I've said that for a long time, that I
Mhm.
wanted to slowly move away from covers. As much as we love to play them and people love to hear them, we can always throw 1 or 2 at people. And they're still going to love them. But we want people to love our music.
Mm.
And we want to play our music.
To me, that was the biggest thing. Oh, sorry. Were you gonna say something? Luke?
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think the music that's coming out on our album, like if we get a full crowd, it can really like speak to them more than like our Sherry Lane songs.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
So, and yeah, I kind of like communicate to the audience and like I don't know, just have fun because I think there's some
Mhm.
of them that could be real crazy.
Yeah, especially when like if you guys get a show like fresh out of COVID, like things
that's-
finally get safe and you guys get a show, that could be really nuts because people have been craving that for around a year now, and it's going to be over a year.
With
Yeah.
any band, really.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Everybody's
just
gonna
that
go nuts.
experience of like hearing a live band
Yeah.
perform.
And I think that it's so hard to develop a fan base when you
Mhm.
can't play shows like that. You know,
Yeah.
we do have some shows lined up. We're going to continue to get shows lined up, but
We're playing a game of like when is COVID going to be done and
Mhm.
when are the venues going to be booked for the next 3 years because everybody wants to play.
Yeah.
mhm.
So we're kind of like trying to
We're-
get in,
Get in that
not too
window.
early, but if it's too late then we're never going to play
Mm-hmm.
because we only have 200 listeners a month, you know.
Yeah.
We can open for people, but I mean, that's still fun, but it's not people that are like they're not there to waste their energy on us.
Yeah.
I know.
And that's what we want.
We're really navigating our way through this the same way everybody else
Yeah,
is.
literally
Mhm.
the same as everybody.
But the other groups, I would say our biggest crutch that we will talk about is that these other groups that are in the same situation as us already have a developed fan base. And I'm not saying that we don't, but these touring acts can go and develop a show that people will come to.
anywhere.
And they've had the experience. We didn't really start recording this album until June, And by that time, it had been 3 months into COVID, you know?
Mhm.
We've never had the real experience of playing our own music at a venue that's our own, you know?
That are people are there to see
People
us.
are there to see us.
They want to see the
and-
Ron Wilson show.
Mm-hmm. We just don't have the experience.
I will say, I think you started at a good time while some of you are still in high school because you've got like the hometown like fan base. You know what I mean? I think that's pretty big.
Yeah.
Well, and they care.
Yeah, like
it's-
people are really invested.
It's really easy to just say like, I have a band, and people be like, okay.
Yeah.
I think that people have really recently, over the last 6 months, realized that like this wasn't just an EP that we tossed out there
Mm-hmm.
and
We're going
don't,
for it.
we don't actually like each other and or like we disbanded. I mean, it's
That last one, the before the disbanded part, that's true.
Yeah.
yeah.
Just for you, Logan.
Yeah. But this is real to us. You know, this isn't just like a high school cover band. This is real to us.
How do you guys are, like spend a lot of time together? Yeah.
We
Not-
try to.
not
It-
anymore.
Yeah.
Over the summer,
Hmm.
Max and I were demoing at least once a week, sometimes every day in a week
Mm-hmm.
for hours.
Do you guys ever deal with like getting sick of each other?
Yes.
Max and I can't stand each other.
See,
oh my
uh,
god.
I hate
I wish
that.
you guys. I wish we would have had the cameras rolling.
Oh my
In
god.
that 40 minutes before the 40 minutes
Yeah.
after we said we were gonna start, because somewhere right now Dana is laughing really hard because
You're right. I mean, yeah.
5 minutes.
Honestly-
5 minutes before this started, Max is like, "I'm not talking to Reed till this is done." I'm like, "We're literally having a podcast. Like, you can't just not."
I wish Max would just do it one time, and then he'll know.
Is Reed the source of all the problems?
Reed is.
all of them.
No,
Not all.
Reed
The
and
interpersonal
Max.
problems.
Reed and
The real
Max are the
rundown.
Reed and
source of
Max,
all the
Reed and
problems.
Max.
Yeah.
The real rundown, it's Reed and Max. They get mad at each other. Eli, Luke, and I.
We're
Oh, we're
mediators.
just vibing over here.
Look, the only time
That's-
Eli, the
that's
only
the
time
vibe I'm
Eli will
getting.
ever get mad is if he's playing Super Smash
He,
Brothers.
he
Okay.
has teeth
Yes.
marks in
I've-
his controller.
Hey, that is
That's not a lie. You
Luke-
can't even say I'm
Luke's
lying.
There's
the
one,
calmest
yeah.
out of all of us most
But
of the time.
full disclosure.
all in all,
99%.
all in all, we love each other very much,
Yeah.
and we
And-
always will.
Every situation that comes, like, if I'm driving a car, so many, so much.
What do you mean? I don't.
Remember those Urban Crown moments we were
Dude,
talking
yeah,
about
this-
before?
this is
Oh
the-
my God. Should
All
we
right,
bring
number
this
one on the
up?
list. This was last year.
Oh, your list.
Almost 2 years ago now?
Oh, are
No,
you
it
gonna
was
say
last
the
year.
snow one?
It was when
Yeah.
we had submitted Sherry Lane
Right, it was the
To-
night we submitted Sherry Lane,
to be released,
and I wanted them out of my house.
He had places
yeah,
to
I-
we
places
wanted to
to
go out to
be.
eat and like get like, low key celebrate, and then Logan's like, "I gotta hang out with my girlfriend." We're like, dude, like just come with us. And so in
Bruh.
the driveway, his car was parked closest to the garage, and all of ours were behind it. So we didn't move, and Logan got so mad, so we like tried to back through his front yard.
and there's a gigantic snowbank.
Yeah, and there was so much snow on the ground, and he just gunned it, and he got stuck in his front yard, and he was just like flooring it, and there's like
he was so mad.
We were
I've
on the
almost never
ground
seen Logan.
crying.
We
It
were
was the
all
funniest
dying.
thing we've
and
ever
it just
seen.
like fed his
Like,
rage.
why did you do that? He's like, I wanted to go. You're like, you're not gonna get out. There's a snowbank.
To be honest, I thought the snow was a lot less deep than it was.
Yeah, so he gets out of the car, storms into his garage, gets an entire thing of salt,
Wait, like 50 pounds. I don't even know
dumps
how he
it
carried
on the
it.
ground, and is shoveling, and we're just sitting there laughing. Nobody's helping.
Oh,
How'd that grass grow back in the spring?
it was just snow.
My,
He
dad,
just
my
ran
dad's
over
a
the
grass
snow.
man. He
Okay.
likes grass.
Okay. So he nurtured it back to health.
No.
Oh, he was angry.
No.
Is that what you're
I
saying?
don't think you
He
can say
straight up
that.
gave up.
Oh.
Just over it. Yeah, so that's
Alright.
probably number one on the list.
Okay.
The
Number
crown
one
list.
urban crown moment.
Yeah, every time I'm at the wheel,
I
that
think
was-
so.
Hey,
Everyone's-
what's our 1 year from now goal?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Thanks for bringing it back.
Yeah, thanks for
I'm
bringing
pretty
it.
good.
You're a
I
better
don't
host than I am.
know. I think
It
we're
just
gonna
really
stay
depends on
together.
COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If COVID were to be under control, wow, I think I keep peeking my mic. If COVID were to be under control by, I think June is a current sort of projection.
Yeah.
Let's say August.
Yeah, we'll just say
What would
August
what
for
would
the
you,
sake
1
of
year look like?
circumstances.
Yeah.
Well, that's tough. Because I'm going to be in Florida the whole summer. Max is going to Belmont, which is in Nashville, in August. Probably the same time we come back here and Eli goes back to Ames. But that's tough.
So basically, our plan for we've kind of done some planning. Our plan is that once a semester, I'm going to fly down. We're going to do maybe an Iowa City show, maybe an Ames show, maybe
Omaha,
Cedar Falls,
Minneapolis, yeah,
anywhere
we'll
in that
see.
general area. So I'll be down for a weekend. And then the idea is that once a semester, they'll come up too, and we will
Make it work.
Yeah.
perform there, make it work, and potentially record in Nashville.
Yeah. We don't know because it's kind of far away. I mean, it's not
For
actually
us, it's
that
kinda
far
far
away.
away.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I think that that's really going to help us too, because we're kind of in that stump right now that we screw all the COVID. But outside of that, we're in this stump where we have a fan base in Des Moines. We have a fan base in Urbandale. We have somewhat of a fan base in Iowa City, Ames, like the college towns that we know people. But it really only goes as far as that.
Well, Omaha
I
and
mean-
Minneapolis are top listened cities.
Yeah. It's difficult because we're in the stump where we have to find other places where we can develop a fan base, and
And then get in to venues
Yeah.
there.
it's a lot of stuff that you don't think about until you actually have to.
Right. Yeah, that's Max and I have been like, well, who do we email now? Should we try and email this place?
Mhm.
Like,
But I mean, the 10-year goal is to
Be
not
able to
have to
get in.
not have to go into jobs that our majors are gonna be.
Your goal. Oh, here we go. So your goal would be to like be a touring band, touring recording.
I think that would be.
Band.
think so.
I think that would be like the best case.
You guys are in it for the long haul.
we could be touring now. We would be on a tour in May,
Mm-hmm.
but we can't.
Mm-hmm.
Like we had it when this summer we had a bunch of dates lined up and then COVID hit and we were like that was
Well-
it felt like at that point we were like that was our chance, it's gone.
Which was foolish at the time.
Right. And then we realized that we had enough money to record an album. And
Well,
so
we
did.
didn't, but
Well, we didn't. Yeah, we were like,
Made it work.
well, the only thing we can do is record an album.
Yeah.
The only thing we can do is forget to tell Logan that he owes money until like days after he was supposed to pay it.
hey, I think we should. I think we should talk about that new song that just came out.
Yeah,
Hmm.
what's that?
I'll let Luke talk about
You
it.
know, I believe it's called In My Bed, and it's the second single off of our album,
And last.
and the last one, obviously. And it just released last night. And I mean, what else?
What else can we do but play it?
Yeah, exactly.
Is that
it's
what you're
on
trying
all
to do?
platforms right now, and I
Yeah,
think we're about to
everywhere.
perform it at the moment. So
Would you guys still like to chat after the tune, or
Oh,
is
of
this
course.
or-
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
All
Oh,
right,
of course.
sounds
We'll go
good.
for a while.
I'd like to mention
Yeah.
this hand warmer has been a lifesaver.
Yeah,
It's
honestly,
pretty chilly down here.
yeah,
It is. It
it
is.
is. I was.
We this house does not have good insulation.
This
but-
is essentially a large
That door
refrigerator.
definitely has a massive like crack in it.
Yeah,
I
we
bet
are-
The past few weeks have been a little hard.
yeah, yeah.
Well, it's not so bad upstairs. It's like normal
fair.
on
That's
your
fair.
room's floor.
Right.
level.
Yeah.
But like down here, no shot.
Yep, it's kind of chilly. It's kind of a smile through the pain, like makes it a little better.
Any
Little
any
cracker.
mixing stuff before we start?
I mean, they wouldn't know. We haven't played. This one we have not rehearsed in.
We've never played it live.
Mm.
Never.
We've never
ever.
played it together. Actually, it was one of those that we just recorded in the studio.
We'll see how this goes.
All right.
I think it'll be.
I think the mix is all right. We'll be.
Yeah. Before we start, I'd just like to thank Dana Andrews for the
Oh, yeah.
distortion pedal I'm about to use. That I should definitely give back to you at some point.
Shout out to Dana in general.
Yeah.
Shout out to
yeah,
Dana.
big ups.
Shout out to
Big
Dana.
ups.
Shout out to Dana and Papa John.
Shout out to Dana
And
for also.
Yeah,
you
this
know,
would not exist if Dana did
Yeah,
not.
neither would I. So
Yep. Neither would I.
Shout out
Joel.
for that.
Thank you.
Shout out to Dana.
thanks, Dad, and thanks, Mom.
Yeah, mom too, I guess.
All right, I'm ready, boys. Are you?
Let's get it.
It starts with you.
Should we stand? Should we stand? Should we stand?
I think we can just sit.
Okay.
I actually have a nice little family portrait of you guys in the main cam, and I just
Oh, that's
put it
cute.
on the whole
Aw.
screen. So
Love
Oh,
it.
thanks.
I love
So
it.
Joel.
cute.
And the lights look really good. Like it's a
Thank you.
Cool.
it's a vibe. Yeah.
All right, I'll start it.
Take it away.
Boys.
Give me a count. Give me a count. Give me a count.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Satellite paradise, you're looking your best when your skin tight. Don't lie. 17, life was a dream. If you look through my lens, maybe you'll see. Baby, if I drive by your house, baby, drive Moonlight, moonlight, see you in so many colors tonight. I'm just lying in my bed. Sing God, baby, let me rock the sweetie blues tonight, baby. I know you left me all alone, and you still never call me on that phone. I'll be yours, I know it's hard. Always the one that breaks my heart until I love you again. If I drive by your house, baby, you can drive my car. Moonlight, moonlight, see you in so many colors tonight. I'm just lying in my bed. Sing God, baby, let's get back to sweetie blues tonight, baby, don't
Woo! That was something.
Yep, that was,
That was
wasn't
really
it?
fun.
I love
Yeah,
that
you're
song.
enjoying it really well.
That was the first time
Yeah.
we actually
Ever.
performed
We've
it.
never played that song all the way through.
it
You guys
still
just
holds
heard
up.
it.
Yeah,
It's an
we
honor.
never played it together.
My favorite song to
It's just
play,
been-
and I played the bridge wrong.
I actually
time.
forgot
I
that
didn't
I was
know
supposed to sing until it started.
I
Well,
messed up
yeah.
at the
Max,
end.
did you sing the first time harmonies? Because
Nope.
I did.
I didn't.
I heard you sing the second time, but I was like, oop.
I missed the last harmonies. It's all right.
Okay,
We make
anyway, we played
mistakes.
it and it was okay. What did you think?
I loved it. That was a ton of fun.
Thanks. Joel.
I'm gonna in a few minutes. I'm gonna try and convince you to play another one from your new
Dude,
album.
we
but
can-
we'll see,
we can
we'll
play
see how
more.
that goes.
We'll see how that
We'll,
goes.
we'll cross that bridge when we get
If
there.
you are
Yeah,
willing
yeah.
to teach me the chords.
Depends on how many people are here.
I'll play the chords.
How many people
and
are
hop
here?
off the keyboard.
All right.
16 people.
Oh, nice.
17
not
if you
bad.
include me.
Those
What's your
16
record, Joel?
people.
Is this your record?
I don't know.
That's a yes.
I don't really look at viewers a
Yeah, I
ton.
know.
Kind
It
of
don't
just,
matter.
kind of just
That's
vibe.
all.
If we do that, we will post on the Run Wilson and we'll say, hey, we're gonna debut a new song from the album.
And give them like a couple minutes
Give
to
'em,
get
like,
in here.
Yeah.
Well, we could
Fair.
also play a one from the old album. That
Nah,
we,
you should play a new one.
Well, that
We'll
we
see.
haven't played
Yeah.
full band.
We'll
ever.
see.
Anyways,
I want to be 100.
we can talk more before we
We
get
can
there.
also play more than one
My head's
other
more
song.
Yeah. Let's
Um,
talk about this song. I love this song.
Yeah,
My
I'd
bad.
love to.
I also love this song. This is completely different than anything else we've ever done.
So this was primarily Luke, is that right?
Yeah, I wrote a majority of everything, and like I said, I usually, when I write, I come up with the title first, which is like strange to some people, but this one was different because I actually came up with the melody first, and I'm just like, okay, how do I fit everything else into this? So, yeah, I kind of just developed it, and it just kind of became this like weird like ballad that just sounded like so sweet, and I kind of liked it. So
We didn't
kind
know
of
if there were
rolled
even
with
gonna
it.
be drums. We were like, maybe just no drums or like cymbal rolls or something.
Yeah, it was gonna be like such a like bland song.
Yeah,
No, it kind of hits.
You want to
Actually,
hear our
definitely
perspective
hits
now? You want
the
to hear our
drum.
perspective?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so the story behind this song, from my perspective, is that we recorded our first song of the album, and we were like, "Hey, let's go order some pizza at my house. Like, let's celebrate. This is the first song of our album we recorded." And Luke unfortunately could not come. Everybody else was there, and a few hours later, we're all kind of sitting there, and I get a text from Luke, and it's like, "Hey, I just made this voice memo. I want to see what you guys think." Actually, he said, "I want to see what you think." I don't even know if
Yeah, it was just you.
I don't even know if he knew that everybody else was there at that point.
Yeah, I don't think I did.
So we listened all the way through, and I was like, "Yeah, what do you guys think?" And it was like, I think we do it with all of our demos. We like second guess, and we were like,
Yeah.
"Well, well, yeah."
Max was the least sold on it. I was like, this could definitely be something. I don't know if we're gonna put it
yeah.
on, but that's a good melody, and that's what we've rid on the whole time. We've never changed
And
the
then-
melody ever.
And then we demoed it, and I was sitting there listening to the demo, and I was like, "Yeah, yeah."
Yeah, once we like figured out where it was.
And then once we recorded it,
Yeah.
I was like, I think I listened to it many times in my car.
Yeah,
Yes.
and once we added like harmonies in there, it was just like, okay, this is like a nice power ballad kind of sound to it, and I think this will work. So we weren't sure about it at first, but then once we got everything going, I feel like everyone like kind of clicked to it, and they were just like, okay, this is
Yeah,
gonna
we
work.
just had to
I'm gonna
get
be
it
up
there.
front. I like, as the first time I heard it was like, okay, we're doing it.
Hmm.
Of course, I don't really have much of a say. It's a 5.
You have say.
I know, but we are. No, I mean, like, I can't just say we're doing it. We're doing it. It's
Yeah.
We're a group. But I listened to the demo for In My Bed like more than hundreds of times.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
I
would
remember
just
that.
go. I
You
would go
loved
into the
it
Google
like
Drive and just be like,
avidly.
it's going down.
But I think the one that's going on the album is probably the best version of the song,
Agreed.
because I think we had tons of different like ways we could have
Mhm.
put it together, but the one that just came out, I think it was the best we could have done. With the song.
Definitely.
I think so.
Would you guys ever consider doing a live album?
I've
Yes.
actually talked to Reed about it, and he's like,
Yeah.
"No, that's stupid, and I hate you."
It's stupid right now.
Yeah.
But in the future, I don't really. I
Okay.
mean, I'm not against like live albums or anything. I just think it'd be kind of weird to like release the album and be like, here it
Here
is,
it
except
is
live
live.
during COVID.
Yeah.
No, yeah, but like I don't know if you guys are like J. Cole people, but you guys know like the Live from Fayetteville,
Oh yeah.
something like that.
John
That'd be-
Mayer does a lot of live
Talk
stuff.
about it, Joel.
Mm.
Explain it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Live from Fayetteville album is J. Cole going back to his hometown and like performing his album just straight down with a couple like songs from his mixtapes that he used to hand out like at the mall in his hometown, and it's super cool. And I just, for some reason, when you guys were playing that, I was like, it'd be pretty sick if you guys like got big and then came back to Urbandale and like, I don't know,
We
got a
could
bunch of
do
people
it.
from Des Moines
It's
to
just like they're not really. It's not really in our.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like,
And also, it's not quite as special of a, like rags to riches story.
Yeah,
but
it's more of like a greatest hits
Not
type
yet.
deal,
yeah.
Mhm.
and we're not.
And I feel like
Yeah.
we need to develop our hits, so
Yeah.
when we play them live, everyone's just like, oh,
Yeah,
this
we
is
actually
live.
talk about this a lot too. It's we all have our favorite song on the album,
Yeah, what's our hit?
and we do this really toxic thing, and we're like, which one's our hit? Which one is gonna do it for
We were like,
us.
Never Let You Go could make us famous.
It didn't yet. But yeah, I mean, I have a personal preference on which one is gonna be the most streamed one,
Which-
and everybody else does.
Don't say the name, but
I'm
Yeah,
not
I think
going to.
Not
everyone
releasing
has different
names.
views
But
on
which one is
which
it?
one is their favorite, and I think
My
it's special in
Yes.
different ways for us.
yeah, it really is, but yeah, we shouldn't do that because it's ultimately not our choice.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
everybody has their favorite song, but my favorite song could have been Red and Blue, and that's our least streamed song, and it's not up to us, you know.
I want to say that that's my favorite song on the.
Thanks,
It was
Logan. Thank
favorite
you,
until
Logan.
it was my favorite until we released it,
Yeah.
and I was like,
Logan's
I just don't want to
represent.
listen to this over and over again.
Has having your music on platforms and like being able to see the exposure you're getting in a very linear way as far as views, how has that affected sort of your views on what this is and like the industry and how your group works?
When we had 1,000 streams, it was a really big deal.
Yeah.
We were like, okay,
Yeah.
we could. This is like kind of cool, because we didn't know what was gonna happen. I mean, nobody ever knows. But like, once we hit 1,000, we were like, people like kind of like that means people have listened to it more than once. You know, like why would they do that if it wasn't like kind of good?
And we can also see who's put it on their playlist. And
Yeah.
how many times they've listened to it. To a degree, if you listen to it enough times, we can see it.
25 times.
Yeah, if you listen to it 25 times in like 28 days or something, then we can see it. But I think that's really cool to see. Really, really cool to see, especially when you don't know who it is.
Yeah.
Do you remember when
And-
that TikTok was made with Cadillac and it was like some kid in India?
India.
Yeah, we were like,
We
that's
were like,
sick.
what?
Had like 2 views.
Yeah. I think it got. I actually
It's
looked
down
for it.
now.
I looked for it a while back, and it was taken down.
Ah,
Dang.
You know.
because of copyright.
Because it was too good.
No,
I think
no.
it
They
didn't
like
do,
you.
like,
They,
such
yeah.
good content.
We got paid for it.
My kind of
We
Yeah.
got 2 cents.
0.2 cents.
There you go.
whatever.
perspective on the whole like seeing like the views thing.
Yeah.
Makes me kind of like. It humbles me to see like big like bands or artists with hundreds of millions of streams,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like that's awesome.
Yeah. Would you guys say overall you have a positive or negative relationship with like sort of having views be almost a defining factor of like the group?
I don't think it affects most
It's
of us.
day to day.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're like if In My Bed would have got 100 streams until now, we would have been like, uh-oh, like this is not
Mm.
good, and it
Yeah.
probably sucks.
But
But
then
I
also on that point, it has to do with a lot of other reasons. It's not if somebody
Yeah,
doesn't like it.
it's- Yeah,
That at that point, it has to do with our marketing.
right.
But
yeah,
I would say that as a songwriter, as the songwriter of, if I see a song that I wrote and I really liked, and I saw it tank, that would be like, I don't know. I feel like I'd be pessimistic about it. I'd be kind of hurt, but again, it's not up to me, and it's
Mhm.
one of those like humbling things.
Yeah.
Like we keep talking about it, but Red and Blue is humbling,
Mm.
you know,
yeah.
and it teaches us that that's not something that people want to listen to for 5 minutes.
It's not a bad song. It's executed poorly.
I just think it's too long.
Yep.
It's just way too long.
But I mean, like if we're talking strictly streams, I think that it's really cool to see how far we've come and what we can do to this point.
Mm-hmm.
And there really is only room for growth, you know? And it's cool. I don't know. Sometimes it's cool. It's toxic to compare ourselves to
Mhm.
the people around us.
Right.
But some people haven't been as fortunate as we have.
Oh, we have more listens than a lot of people have.
We have more
Which
listens
is
than a lot of people.
insane.
And more monthly listeners, and that's something really cool to look at retrospectively.
I don't
but
think we ever thought we'd have 200 monthly listeners, and we
Yeah.
do.
there was a
that's
point
a
where we had
lot of
400, I
people.
think,
Yeah.
right when the album came
Oh
out.
yeah, our
or the
graph
EP.
looks like this. It goes zip when we release something, and then it's like.
Which is
It's
humbling.
probably
it's
pretty
fine.
pretty
That's just how it
standard.
works,
I feel
you know?
like. Yeah.
But yeah, so we kind of like expect it to go down. So it's
Hmm.
not. We don't like look at it and are like, oh no, we have less streams this week. It's like, it's how it's gonna be. We just need to make more stuff.
Yeah.
That people like.
And sometimes it can surprise you because
Yeah.
I don't know if any of us like predicted that Blue Jean Dream would get
Nope.
as many streams as it did.
Low key.
But it was like our top listened to song off our EP, and everyone was
I
just
thought it
like,
was gonna
oh
be
wow.
Cadillac.
And people
Oh,
approached
Cadillac.
me saying like, wow, Blue Jean Dream like hits, like it's
Mm.
is really good. So it's like, wow, okay, and like that kind of influence might, because like Red and Blue say it's not a bad song, but it might have been like, I don't know what about it, but it might make you want to like say, okay, let's not do anything like Red and Blue again. But I don't think you can really do that, because you just kind of got to develop your sound and see how it speaks to the audience.
Yeah, and I mean it. I think that it really resonates with listeners more if they know what the song's about, and
Right.
I think that I know why Blue Jean Dream has the most streams, but I mean,
Oh, I
people
know
like
what
the
you
song no matter what, but a lot of people know what it's about, and that is something that they enjoy.
mean. Blue Jean
Do you
Dream-
think so? You think it's because I just think it's a great song.
I don't
just
think
put
so,
together. I don't
because
think.
Max, most of the people that have listened to Blue Jean Dream are not from Urbandale, and that's a fact.
Tim Carver, live at Gilroy's is on my phone. Let me know when you want the masters.
He said that in chat. too.
Actually-
He recorded the whole thing.
Actually, Tim, really funny. So when we are sending, like when we're pitching ourselves
Oh yeah.
to venues, we have to have like a resume. It's a press kit, and we have our EPK, our electronic press kit, that we send out with a link, and it's just part of our website that nobody else can access except for when they're given the link. And we have like our bio, pictures of us, and some of our EP songs and some of our single songs, and then we have live songs. But obviously, we've never recorded true live songs. So I took the audio from the videos that you took from Gilroy's, and they're in our EPK, and we use them to pitch ourselves to venues.
Yeah. So like real people here.
I don't think I've ever told you
Tim
that. That's funny.
Carver's cell phone.
Yeah. So live at Gilroy's exists.
And you probably don't want to hear.
Shouts out.
Yeah, you don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I know.
It's not our best work.
It was so fun.
That whole situation was insane.
But
Yeah.
there were like
Just,
there were
broke
like
the restaurant.
150 people there.
That was one of the coolest things we have done
We-
to date.
So
We had
the
a
story-
great
we should tell
turnout.
the story.
It was actually I think it was the time I discovered that I do not have claustrophobia.
You should get closer to the mic.
Yeah.
I was my piano was stuck in a corner under a ledge,
Oh yeah, it was
At a
so
bar.
and
tight.
so
yeah.
I'm sitting like with like scoliosis.
With me over his head.
Yeah, and I'm like playing like this,
That's so
my
funny.
hands in the air.
Gosh.
He
Yeah.
and Reed were like arm's length away. So
think
during
we were
like
definitely
television,
touching.
we'd have wars with our tambourines.
Oh, that was lit.
that was insane.
That was so fun.
I
That
think
was
that
fun.
I think that we think about Gilroy's a lot on what we did. I think that was like the peak of what we did before it all dropped off for
Yeah.
COVID, and that's
Dude, I was
not
gonna say,
that's
that was
not
about a
anybody's
year ago.
fault. What?
That was about a year ago.
Yep.
Yeah, it actually
Probably like yesterday. or
probably
2 days
was a
ago.
year
Yeah.
ago, like a week. Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so we played there because we released our EP, right?
We
Oh.
actually played it before we released our EP.
Oh, well, it was like we were like, "Hey, we're releasing an EP. Here's all the songs that you've already heard," because we'd played all of them live, I think, right?
Yeah.
And it was like a bunch of covers and then those 5. But so it was actually technically marketed as Leukemia Lymphoma Society
Yeah,
charity
LLS.
event, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Max was there raising money. We didn't make any money from that. And we raised a bunch of money for LLS.
Like I don't remember. There was a raffle and stuff. It was a lot of money.
Yeah.
I remember nobody told me that. Like, I had no idea
Yeah,
that it
neither
was
did I.
for this. And, like, I walked in, and Max gets up there, and he's like, yeah, I'd like to make a shout out to the Leukemia Society, whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? Like, this is like, okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's actually funny that we talk about that because I was telling somebody recently that we've come this far and we've never put money in any of our pockets.
Never.
Mm-hmm.
we've lost so much money.
We've not only have we lost money, any of the money that we make, like we've sold a lot of shirts.
Yeah.
All of that money was funneled back into recording or equipment.
Yeah, album was a few $1,000s, and we did not make a few $1,000s.
It was more than a few.
And I'm gonna like repeat myself when I say that there were days
Yeah.
where I was just minding my business, hanging out with Max, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you owe Phil like $150."
Well, yeah, I mean that's what happens when you show up to
And
a place.
I know,
and
but I'm just
record.
saying like there are days where like just completely unwarned or like told that I was going to owe that much money.
Yeah, I mean
I'm
that
just
is
like,
our
yeah, hey,
bad,
pay
but yeah.
right now.
Is it worth it?
Totally.
Oh yeah.
Of course,
Dude,
it's worth it.
100%.
it's so cool.
If we, I'll say it right now. If we never make any money
I'm fine
at
with that.
all, if we disbanded right now and released the album when it's gonna be released, I would be content with what we've done.
Yeah.
The memories alone were worth it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, yeah. It's,
So
man.
back to the story of Gilroy's.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, we were like, okay, this is a charity event. Well, at least Max knew that. But Max was like, we're gonna play a show. That's what he told us. But so we tried to tell the restaurant. We were like, all of the people at Urbandale High School know we're releasing an EP. So there's probably gonna be a lot of people there. And they're like, okay, that's fine. We've
Okay,
got like
well-
reservations set up for tables. And we were like,
I don't think you understand.
No.
that's not really what we mean. Like, can you like not do that actually? Well, no, we knew that they were gonna do that, but people were telling us like, yeah, we're reserving tables, and we were like, okay, a lot of people have told us that they reserved a table.
We also didn't quite know how many people were gonna be there.
No, we didn't know either. This was still like pre-album release, so we knew like people liked us and thought we were cool, but we didn't know that like a bunch of people would care enough to come out, you know.
When we went in, we were setting up. The building's like empty.
Eat your mic, Logan.
We were going into Gilroy's and we were setting
Read
up,
too.
and the entire place was basically empty except for a couple customers in the
On the bar.
at the bar and the employees. And I was like, okay, we're gonna get like 30 or 40 people. That'll fill this room up. It'll be great.
Just
And all of a
kept
sudden, the
coming.
room is like sardine can packed.
Yeah, and nobody had their tables. I mean, this isn't a rag
We
on Gilroy's.
actually
It was.
broke
I
the
think they probably had like an
algorithm.
aneurysm. They were so.
They did
Oh,
We
yeah.
really
watched them
well.
run around,
Oh
and they
my
were like,
gosh,
With how packed they were. They did really well.
they did do really well.
I
Yeah.
felt so bad for the staff.
You know what?
Yeah.
They
Shout-
emailed us
shout out to
after, and
Gilroy's
they
staff.
like said thank you for like, and they said they had a really good night, and it was a really great event.
I bet they had a really good night.
So yeah, they were really stressed at the time, but
I remember
Just
going
think
in,
about the tip money.
and
Yeah.
Max was like, they said we can't play very loud because there will be other people there. And I was saying the whole time, I was like, they don't understand that most of the people in the building are going to be there for us by a lot. We didn't know how many by a lot. We thought there would be like a couple people on the other side, like eating. But there were probably 100, 150 people there standing, not at tables, not eating food.
Dana said their reservation system crashed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we destroyed it.
Yep.
Like, it was insane.
Dang.
Nobody knew what was about to happen.
That's gotta be
was
a
that
good
your
feeling.
first show with the band?
That was my first show with the band.
Interesting.
Actually, that was one of the happier moments of my high school life was being able to play with Reed more.
Oh,
Because
thanks,
he
Logan.
graduated.
Aw.
I've played with Reed in jazz for
Logan and I have played since
6 years?
7th grade. My 7th grade, your 6th grade,
so 5 years,
something like that.
something like five, whatever, a long
But-
time.
Yeah.
And it's really like steady to have like as a rhythm section.
Oh, having a I know that feeling.
you know
Oh,
your
yeah.
drummer,
Shout out to JP. He's probably not out there right now,
JP.
but
Shout out Mike.
it's my boy.
and then like all of a
Mike
sudden
Andrews.
there's like our last like actual show together was a show choir event.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Which one was it?
I
Sioux
don't
City.
even remember.
Sioux
Was
City?
it Sioux City?
And
That was really
they do
sad.
this. Urbandale does this thing where when seniors are about to leave in the choir and the music department, they have them sit down and they get compliments from everyone in the choir.
It killed me.
And I'm sitting there, and like Reed's dying. He's like, because it's sad.
I can't remember what put me over the edge, but I think it was like Autumn Shepherd or somebody saying like, you being like, I don't even know you that well, but just the way that you would sit on the drums and like look at us when we played a wrong note made me want to never play a wrong note ever again, and I got so much better.
Yeah, you
at
do that to us
playing.
too.
Yeah.
And I was like, thank you so much. It's like, I mean, you can't say anything. You're like face the other way, but like, that's when I like died. I was like, this is what I want.
I mean, I'd spent like 2 years watching, like, seeing seniors leave, and I would never get as emotional. I had never gotten as emotional as when Reed sits down and I'm crying like the entire time.
And now you get to play with them whenever you want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is the
Like
coming back.
What were
Max,
we
looks
talking
like
about
you.
before this?
Yeah, looks like you want to say something. We were talking about Gilroy's, but I kind of want to get back to.
We should talk about show choir.
Now we show.
Yeah,
Dude,
no, we're not.
okay, this group would not exist.
Not to date.
It would not exist if Urbandale Show Choir and Ted Brummeyer did not exist.
Yeah, this
My
group,
belief.
this group right here wouldn't exist if
Honestly.
Urbandale Vocal Music did. Like, if I wouldn't have joined. And
Honestly.
Yeah, that,
Such a
like,
great program Tim
that
Carver
was-
has.
Tim
over there.
Carver helps a lot, actually.
Yeah, we love
Yeah.
him.
Holy crap.
Yeah, for some reason this year I really realized, like, the impact that a good administrator has on programs like that.
I didn't get it until Dad worked at Urbandale.
Yeah, same. That's
I
when I
didn't-
realized,
yeah.
like, that's a big deal. And, like, I've also started knowing, like, a lot of my friends have become public school teachers and they don't have the same experience. So, and then I hear about, like, Mr. Carver just goes to everything and is super supportive. So, yeah, that's a big deal.
He really is our biggest fan.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah. I want to get back to sort of why this is all worth it for you all. You mentioned, like, the friends you make along the way, the memories you make along the way. Is that the biggest thing to you guys, you think?
I'll tell you what mine is. Sorry, guys. I mean, okay, I do love playing
Speak.
with you guys. Like, it's insane. But, like, I'm eternally chasing. We went to the Kennedy Show Choir competition last year, and they mic'd up the drums in the U.S. Cellular Center in Cedar Rapids, and I'm chasing that feeling forever of when I hit the kick drum that first time. And because before I had told Brim to tell the sound guy to turn the drums up on the dance breaks, because I'd listened to other groups and it was like, I mean, they were loud, but like I knew what could happen. And so Brim was like, why would I do that? And I was like, because it would be so cool. And he did. I didn't know if he would. He didn't tell me if he would or not. And I knew that he did because the show starts out with the choir just singing, and then the horns and the drums and the rhythm section come in on a huge hit. And when I kicked the bass drum, you could feel the arena go like expand and then contract again, like the building. And I was like,
So you're in it for the live show feeling.
oh my gosh, yeah.
The
Among
live
other
show
things,
feeling
of
is
course.
really something.
That's
else.
the Gilroy's was almost there.
It's like
But
drugs.
we
except
haven't hit it yet, and that's why
Maybe a little healthier in
Yeah.
some
Yeah,
in
yeah.
some cases.
that's why I'm so excited for our live
Yeah.
shows,
Yeah.
because I know it can happen.
I'm in it. I think it's really cool to see our music come to life. And I mean, playing live is super fun, but I love being in the studio. And I love just being around people throwing out ideas. Like,
It's so much.
let's add this, let's add this. Well, what if we did this? And watching something that came out of your brain come to life is something that you could never take for granted. It's something that a lot of people don't get to feel, Like,
yeah, Eli Logan and I get that second hand, like where we were on the song, and like we've thought of our own parts. So I can't even imagine what that's like for Max and Luke. Like
It
people
is
saying
something
this song
else.
is great. Like it really touched me, and I don't know what that's like.
Yeah, and with everything that I kind of do, I always kind of search for the payoff and like the hard work. And it might be a little bit selfish to like say like, oh, you need something to pay off for it to be worth it. But every time we step into the studio and like the night we step out, that's like the payoff for me. And it's just like, wow, like this really translated to something out in the world. And I think like there's tons of moments that I have that are just been like, man, that was worth it.
Yeah. No, I think like one of the biggest things about like humans is the feeling that your work paid off, like the feeling of productivity.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely feel that. Yeah.
What about E?
Max trying to get me to talk.
E.
Easy E.
I don't know. For me, that's a big question because I don't know. I never thought this thing would take as much like time in a good way. I'm trying to word this right, but it's like I never knew this would be such a big part of like my life. And then I'm not very active on social media, and so I found that a lot of people were like that I hadn't talked to in a long time were like, "Oh, how's your band?" And I'd be like, "Good." Like, damn, I didn't know that it like spread that far. So now, I don't know. It's just I love every part of it. I love being in the studio. It's so fun to come down and
And we
hang
really
out
are a
and-
family.
yeah, we
You know?
truly.
There,
Honestly.
as I've like senior year, and COVID's weird, but
It's weird.
these are like these people in the room right now are like my best friends. They are my best friends, and being able to work with them and
Create something.
watch them mold my dream, you know, watching them take their abilities and put it into a song that I've created or that Luke's created.
Yeah,
is-
Max and I have talked about this dream.
yeah.
Like,
Something that
this is what everybody wants.
something I think that Eli and I and especially Eli and I and Luke too, is because with Max and Reed, they're going to be working, specifically with music, with their careers in the future. But
Forever.
for Eli and me, we have years of practice and training and lessons that we've taken. Like I've been practicing piano for 9 years, and if I wasn't doing this, then when I graduate, all that time I spent to build my skills and to learn more would have been wasted. And I feel like I like having an outlet that's more permanent for all the hard work I've put in.
Yeah, that's a very good point. This is my only like true outlet. Like I'll play bass for fun by myself, but like I probably wouldn't play near as much as I do if I wasn't a part of this.
And another thing is that one of my big goals in life in general is to make as many memories as I can, like good memories. And with all that's gone on in this band, I don't think I can pass up the opportunity to keep going.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people have, like with COVID especially, it's taken a toll on like memory making in a sense. Well,
Yeah.
it's making memories, but you're making them in the same place and like
In,
at the
like, a
same time
different
every
way,
day,
yeah.
you know? Yeah. And it's also, I found it really, having something to do every week in these times, especially when we had like 9 months where we didn't do like anything, but having something like to break the monotony of the week once a week, or in your case, like whenever you get together, I think like especially with people, I think that's a really big deal that not everyone gets to.
You have something to
Yeah,
look
sure.
forward to.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, talking about stuff like why this matters to me is because, like, I don't know. Probably because of our parents, Joel. But, like, this just making my own music to give to other people and, like, hitting the drums really hard is just all I want to do. Like, it's really, I don't know why it's so emotional, but, like, it's really emotional for me.
Hmm.
And it's not just like I'm here doing this. Like, this is what I really want to do. Like,
Yeah.
I could sit here, talk about it, and then play with these four forever.
Yeah. I mean, that's the point of this podcast is to like figure out why that feels so like fulfilling. So, yeah, I mean, that is the question. That is, yeah. I don't know if anyone else has thoughts on that. Why it's so like.
To be with people who music is a universal language, and it's a very diverse language, where just changing one thing or adding something new can completely change your outlook on what you've made. And I think that making something with a group of people where, yeah, Max is writing the lyrics or Luke is writing the lyrics, but we're all adding a piece of ourselves to the final product. And I feel like you don't see that everywhere. In a lot of places, you'll see that you can't find the individuality in other people's creations, but when it comes to music, especially,
There's no equation. You're not just like finding the answer and you're like, oh, I found the answer. It's like, this is me
it's
in the song.
it's an active process that takes time and effort, and there's no shortcuts.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's why when you're able to create something like that with people that you really love, then it becomes very important to you.
It's like when you share like a really good song with like your friends that you
Mhm.
find,
Yeah.
and you're like they're just like, wow, this is really good.
Yeah, and they
You kind of
love
feel
it.
a sense of pride, like, hey,
Mhm.
I found this song, and
Yeah.
he thinks it's really good.
Yeah.
But when it's like, hey, I just made a song with my band called
Wrote
In My
this
Bed,
Mm-hmm.
and you should listen to it, and they're just like, oh, this is pretty good.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
it's-
I'll
it's-
listen to
you
your
had a
band,
hand,
I
like
guess.
we all had a hand in creating that, and I think that's like it elevates it to a whole new level.
Mm. Yeah, that's a pretty. I feel like that's a pretty unique thing, like creating something collaboratively. The only thing I can think of right now, and it's because it's on my mind like several times a day, is Dungeons and Dragons. But
You could even say the same thing about like sports and why that's
Yeah.
so gratifying to play.
yeah,
It's a team of people working together, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's no like one person isn't just some cog that could be taken out at any time. Everyone is
Mhm.
equally important for the final product.
Yeah, there's something about people that's like Logan. It gets so much satisfaction from solving an equation. I get
Me too.
0. I
I'm-
could not care less. This is what gives me what like he gets from doing whatever
Yeah.
science stuff.
I think the difference for me between sports and music is that like sports has the competitive aspect and anything competitive basically, which is to me super fun and super addictive, is competing. But there's something like a little deeper about doing something not just so that like not just to beat someone else. Like you're doing it for some other probably maybe intrinsic reason. And music is definitely that, because unless you're really in it to make more money than someone else or have more listens than someone else, like you're not.
That's impossible.
There's some
though.
other reason.
Like you can look at me, but like there's no way to win in music. There's always gonna be like I'm bettering myself. I'm not gonna be better than Mike Mangini, if you know who that is. He's a really, really insane drummer that nobody can play like. Like I'm not gonna win. We're not gonna win in streams. Like Drake's got that. We're not gonna be that huge.
Mhm.
Like so it's I mean you can say it's selfish for me because that's funny, but like
Success is relative.
And
Yeah.
honestly, like this is gonna get really deep, but like it's almost like you're competing with yourself.
Mhm.
Yeah.
To like what can I do and how can it be better
Yeah.
than what I've like previously done.
Mhm.
So there's a competitive aspect in that way, but
But then there's also like, what can I do to set myself out from everybody else who's trying to do the exact same thing that I'm doing?
Mm.
You know, I'm sure there's thousands of bands right now that are like, please stream my new single.
Mhm.
You know,
There's a certain gratification you get from exercising your creative self and getting recognized for it.
yeah, like Max when we were recording one of the songs. I played a fill and a chorus that I'd never ever done before, not in the demo, not any other take that we did. And Max, he's in the room playing guitar and singing with me. So like anything he does, you can hear through the mics on the drum set in the final take. But I played this fill, and Max went, "Oh my god!"
Oh, wait, was
Screamed.
that,
It's like, that was insane. You can hear it in the final take. Maybe not like, maybe not very loud. I can't find it, but like, it's in there, and like I know that's a part of the music.
is that song 6?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that going to be
Oh,
on
no,
Spotify?
that's
Like,
not the
can
right
we-
one. That's song 3. I thought you were talking about, oh.
No. In the chorus, it went.
Yeah.
And Max like freaked out, and like that gave it. That was like day done.
God, I want to talk about the album so bad.
Want to?
It's so tempting.
No.
You don't want to talk about the concept?
No.
We.
I thought we were going to. How many
I'm
people are
just saying
listening?
19.
Oh my.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We had
okay.
22 earlier.
We can talk about the album.
You guys got me hooked on.
I don't
want to
talk about. I don't want to talk about like
We can't say titles.
specifics.
Can you say one title and then play it later?
No.
I already said one.
No.
We already said 3.
Only here?
We've already said 3.
Exclusive.
We've
It's
already
okay
said
if you don't
3.
want to.
Joel.
I could be convinced.
We can play something like California.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Tim
we
would like that.
we have California and Crows, which we've played live.
What if you
there's a cover
played a
on there.
tune that you said wasn't on the album, and then little did they know, later on it releases and
But it wasn't
tune
on
was
the
on it.
album, and we already played it, and that's not on the album.
Oh, you're talking about Another Road?
no, I'm
What?
talking about anything.
Oh, I guess if you picked it, I think we should talk about the album and then we can figure.
Okay.
If,
Yeah.
yeah.
To the restroom.
Okay, you go pee. Or whatever. Okay.
Do your business.
Yeah, I also want to talk about a little bit more about sort of the evolution of your sound between the EP and the new album. But whatever you think is best to talk about first.
It's up to you.
Max, talk about sitting in my room like the first time, and we turned on reverb.
It has nothing to do with the album.
But it's a cool story.
Maybe it's kind of hard because they don't have a frame of reference for listening. But to me, I gave it a couple listens, and I promise I won't give too much away. But it is definitely an evolution of like impact,
From
like we were
front
kind of
to
talking about
back,
earlier.
Or you mean from the EP to the LP?
EP to LP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like we said it a little bit ago, is that Sherry Lane is just us throwing stuff out there. You know, it was more than that, but right now it doesn't seem like that, and
It seems like so. Now when people talk to me about the band, it's like they're like, "Yeah, that song's good." I'm like, "You don't even like know. Like we have stuff coming out that's so much better, but like I can't like say anything."
Mhm.
Like,
It's hard to wait, man. It's hard.
I mean, we started this process in June. I'll just say that the album has 14 songs on it. Some, obviously, DiCaprio and In My Bed are 2 of those 14. And I guess we've name dropped some another few tunes, but that's okay.
I personally think the best songs, my favorites aren't the singles. I think there's the bench is deep, so to say, that I think a lot of songs have a lot of
And that's something really exciting
depth.
because we chose the singles a long time ago when the album looked a lot different. And obviously we stuck with them. Actually, we were going to have a 3rd single, but we decided against it.
4.
We were going to have 3 singles.
We're definitely
DiCaprio, In My Bed, and then the one that we didn't end up singling that's obviously on the album.
Let the rose garden grow.
Yeah, that one.
Yes.
So I think to kind of like bring it close to the question you had asked, like the difference. I think
Eat it, Logan.
I think that it's time. When we were making the EP, we spent maybe 2 months total.
We spent 3 days in the studio, I think.
3 days in the studio recording it, but like in the process of learning and getting ready. Somewhere around that line.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
then-
we had played the songs before, but it wasn't like, all right, we're going to record this.
And the process for the LP was almost 9 months of
More than that.
recording, and Max, Luke. And
I mean, there are
lead
songs on there
mixing.
that I wrote in 2018, 2019, and there are songs that I wrote a month ago. You know?
Yeah. There was some that you wrote even before Sherry Lane.
Yeah, there are some that I wrote before Sherry Lane that I tossed aside, and then we brought it back, and that type of stuff is the stuff that is the best on the album.
Oh yeah.
And oh my gosh, there's so much I want to say, but I can't.
Well, there'd be times when Max would be like, Max and I would be demoing, or everybody would be there also, and he'd just be like, "Well, I had this voice memo," and he'd just pull it out, and we'd be like, "Max,
Why didn't you tell
that's
us? About
sick!" Like,
this? Yeah.
and then we'd be like, "We're doing this right now," and so we would do it, and it would go crazy.
You guys will have to once the album's out, you'll have to come back and
Oh, we'd
Oh,
love
yes.
to
talk more in depth
course.
about
We'd
it.
love to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'd
Maybe
spill
give it a
all the
full
beans.
give it a full live run down here.
Hey.
That'd be fun.
That'd be fun.
You know what? I don't know what you're gonna say about COVID and stuff, but I mean,
He's talking about show here.
Oh, I would love to have people down here, but we're gonna have to wait.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see in the future.
I think max capacity feeling good down here, like with masked people, would be like 10 outside the band.
Yeah.
Whereas during normal times it would be, well, we haven't had anything down here, but back in the day it'd be probably like 80 to 100.
That sounds so fun.
It was very fun.
Well,
Being on the performing end was something.
I think that what we can say is that our album, we're going to be doing a release show the day after the album releases, and that release date is going to be April 9th. So April 10th we will be playing, permitting, like COVID permitting, Gabe's in Iowa City.
I think we're gonna play there no matter what. It just depends if we can have like 20 people or
Mhm.
250 people there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's something we're really looking forward to, even if there's tables. That's fine.
I
we don't care. We
I
just
want
wanna
to play the whole album live.
Mm-hmm.
We'll play the EP stuff too.
And I just, I want it to be out now.
Yeah,
But
that's already bumped up a month from what we were expecting.
yeah, we actually expected it to come out in May.
But there's just stuff like some of us are leaving at different times, and
Yeah. And that's okay.
yeah.
But I mean, we've been working since June, and the album is coming out in a month and a half. So like, what day is today? Like
18th, I
40 days, 50 days.
Yeah.
There'll be a
Yeah.
countdown somewhere.
We're working on getting everything done.
Yeah, there's still a lot to do. Like trying to get shows booked, and oh my gosh, advertising is such a pain.
I told them in the group chat, I was like, every time we do something, I like freak out in my dorm room. I'm like, yes,
We did
because it's one
something.
less thing that isn't playing the show.
Yeah.
You guys will have to tell me like what all you want in descriptions and stuff. Do you guys just like normally post your website link or like Instagram or?
I think our footer of our email is website, Spotify,
And Instagram.
Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have like every social media. Like we don't post on Twitter really.
And
We're gonna get on all that though.
I would love to come back in April or May and talk about all the concepts of the album.
Yeah,
and
it
what
can go
the-
forever.
What the
Deep
songs
into
all
that.
mean to us, because 14 songs, man. We played 3 songs here tonight, and we sat and dived deep in them for who knows how long.
Do you guys want to talk about like sort of the overall concept without giving away any like actual tunes?
Well, here's the deal with talking about it now. I think because the concept isn't it's not inherently like visible just
Hmm.
by listening to it.
Yeah, I would agree.
So, and you don't even know. I haven't even told you.
Right, and but I didn't know. I couldn't like follow a story. Or
And that
anything,
was the
so.
point, is we wanted to do a concept album that wasn't a concept album.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's all strategically placed how it is.
Mm.
Yep.
You know? And I think it really follows. I will say that from front to back, it follows a narrative.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It follows a narrative.
A couple different, depending on
And-
how you look at it.
It's truly a storyline
Hmm.
in the most subtle way possible.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, we've,
Yeah.
especially Max and I mean, no knock on everybody else, but Max and I have spent the most time together doing this and talking about this.
Yeah, and talking about
Thank you.
where things, the crappy stuff that nobody wants to do. But
Yeah, they don't, like, I mean, you guys care, but, like,
I mean,
not about the stuff that, like, Max and I would, like, just talk about till 3 a.m.
a
Which
lot
we
of
did
people,
last time we were
I
here.
think, sort of delving into context and like a narrative of an album is a lot of people's like favorite part of
Oh yeah, we'll
of
get into it. It's
the
just
industry.
like
Yeah.
we've tried like at the end of demo sessions, Max and I would like get into it,
Mm-hmm.
and they would just be like, "All right, guys."
Yeah. I mean, yeah, there's whole like super long podcasts about all that stuff too.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
I would
It's fun to get into.
love to I would love to sit down. We could talk for like 3 hours just
Oh.
about the album. Oh my god.
Max, we've definitely, me and you have talked for more than 24 hours
Yeah.
total.
They bought like a surplus of just whiteboards so that they could
We
like,
have-
draw
yeah.
out
We have
and
whiteboards
think of
and yeah.
how we could place
Oh,
whatever,
yeah.
and it was so elaborate. And
And-
I'm pretty sure we have a whiteboard at like every possible place we could be.
Yeah.
And another thing I will say is that
Yeah.
the cover art is really the inspiration for
The whole thing.
the whole thing
Mm.
because that was
It doesn't tell all.
you know
It gives you a big insight into
yeah.
the inside story.
And we had these songs. I had a few songs written, and I stumbled upon the cover art, and I said, "Wow, that is amazing. That is something I want. That's something I want to be a part of."
Mm.
There's a little hint in DiCaprio's cover art. and
Yeah.
it looks like an accident, but it's not.
Hmm.
In My
Yeah.
Bed's kind of unrelated. In My Bed is like the macro story.
Yeah.
Looks like Van Gogh. Is that intended?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was based off of Starry Night,
Nice.
and my girlfriend Sophie Cochran, she did that art. It took her like 19 or 20 hours.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. It's all
Yeah.
painted by hand on canvas.
Wow.
And she did an amazing job.
How big was
It's
the
just
final?
incredible. Yeah.
It was probably
Because I couldn't gauge how like big it was.
Yeah,
probably
no,
like
could I.
12 by 12 or like
Okay,
14 by 14. I have it in my room.
That's cool.
that's cool.
Yeah,
I want to see the original.
Same.
it's really cool. But that came first.
Mm.
The art came first. The concept came second.
Well, we'd been talking about it. I mean, there's two obviously titled songs that will lead you to the macro story.
Hmm.
And you'll be like,
Yeah.
oh, this makes sense. That's kind of cool.
Well, and you know what? Now that you bring that up, it's like the concept isn't so subtle, but it is.
Hmm.
You know what it means
Yeah.
to us is something that you like that nobody would ever catch unless told.
Yeah.
But
I
you
bet
could
somebody
you can obviously tell front to back that there's something going on. You know?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
And even
there's
you know that,
obviously
right?
turns
Oh,
in
yeah.
the tone. Like even the first song, you're like, oh, this is
This is
neat.
cute.
And that by the end, it's like, it's not cute anymore.
Oh dang.
It's
Mhm.
like, it's completely different.
Mm.
Which
Are you allowed to say where DiCaprio and In My Bed fall in the album as far as like dramatic placement?
Well, in My Bed's towards the end. Well, they both are. They're both towards the
They're towards the
middle end.
yeah.
Both are.
DiCaprio is more towards the middle than In My Bed. I'll say
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
Out of the 14.
Yeah. Once they hear the first song on the album, they'll know that In My Bed and DiCaprio are where they are.
And I think about how front to back the album is really the story of our evolution. You know, we talk about how Sherry Lane was just our like happy-go-lucky adolescence,
Yeah, we just played some songs.
and we just played some songs, and I really feel like that's how it starts, and then we really dive deeper in the B-sides.
Yeah,
you know?
there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with just playing songs. I mean, they're fine. I like them. People like them.
I mean, you could sit there and you could say this song sounds like Hippocampus, and this song sounds like
And you'd be right.
Boy Pablo, or this song sounds like Chris Stapleton.
Mhm.
You know, there's so many different song to song things that you could say that it's not like, oh, we just do indie pop, we just do
Yeah.
indie rock. We're really genreless.
Yeah.
I
Genres are dead
love
anyways, so that's
that.
okay.
Like,
Yeah.
that's what I was saying like a second ago. Like, you can tell that there's something completely different at the end.
Yeah.
And there's just a couple different genres.
Mm.
They could all still be under indie rock.
Yeah. Is that what you guys typically classify as? Would you?
Yeah.
Alt,
Yeah.
you know.
Indie.
Alt, yeah.
I usually put in our like pitches that were like indie pop rock.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd agree with that. Nice.
Yeah.
Are
Like
you-
shoegaze.
Are you looking to like change that, or is that something? Is
I
that
think
something you're
we're
comfortable
all
with?
Open. I mean, the reason that we sound the way we are is because most of us listen to this type of music the
Right.
most. Like I listen to more metal. Logan listens to more jazz. Luke listens to more regular pop. Eli listens to a lot of
Alternative
crazy
rap,
stuff,
alternative.
like, holy crap. And
Yeah.
Max is kind of straight up indie rock, I'd
Yeah.
say.
Hmm.
But
Mhm.
so we kind of just bring it all, like you can tell, even in my bed that like I go a little harder on the drums than a lot of indie pop would.
Mhm.
That's just the way I like to play.
And that's how it's so hard to classify us
Yeah.
because
I mean, that's how you make a unique sound, right?
Well, yeah, that's why it's
Yeah.
so fun. Because
Yeah.
I mean that could be a
love
blessing
this
or a curse though, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. And
like
we've
not being
definitely
able to classify
we've
yourself.
definitely talked about like, okay, you can't do that because that's a little crazy. Like Phil
Mhm.
has this distortion pedal.
It's called
that-
Black Russian.
The Black Russian. That's insane. And I was like, Max, we need to just put that on every single song. He's
It
like-
did make it onto a few songs.
He was like, no, we're not doing that. Because, I mean, that, like, I get it, obviously. But
Yeah.
it could have been cool if we were trying to make, like, a rock, almost metal album. But, I mean, that's not what we were going for
Mhm.
whatever reason. We just, maybe next time.
I mean,
you know?
if you put this album on shuffle,
Oh, it sounded like a bunch of different.
it'd sound like a playlist.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You know? Like it sound like a not a melting pot, like a tossed salad, I guess.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
the way I
It would
And
sound
a
like
Cobb
it
salad.
would sound kind of like your liked song playlist.
Yeah.
where,
Yeah.
Like all of the songs are sung by the same
Yeah.
two dudes.
like
Hmm.
if you listen if you listen to like song 13 and 14 versus like
Oh, my god.
1 through 4,
Yeah.
you would be like,
they're not the same.
where did they go?
Hmm.
Yeah. The end of the album is mine.
Yeah.
That's mine.
I'm excited for the public to, hear this.
God, we're
And
so
not-
excited
and
to
not
play
just
it.
hear us talk vaguely about
Right,
our
yeah, yeah,
album.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just like
Whoops.
it's gonna be so cool.
Yeah.
Has anybody said anything about it?
My dad just said you should add a horn section. I don't know if that's about the album, but
Maybe we should. You guys think we should add a horn section?
I think
We'll
that we
see.
should make a horn section at least official.
I think
Maybe
we
live.
could just call them the Urban
The Urban
Crowns.
Crowns.
on your
Crowd
next
round
on your
two.
next sort of like power ballad, you should definitely consider adding a horn part, as in French horn part.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Nice.
I mean, Reed and I can team up and see if we can write down like charts.
Shut up, Logan.
Or I can just blow also. But that's
Next
my
time,
pitch
Joel.
to you all.
Next time.
Yeah.
We'll call you first.
Nice.
Do you have any more questions about the album? I feel like we just
Yeah,
dove deep
sorry.
into like one singular question.
No, I mean that's pretty much it. I mean I can't say because you guys haven't explained like the whole the deep dive to me yet.
Yeah.
But I think that's a good general idea, like introduction for what
people that don't
is
know
gonna
what
hear,
we're
what they're
talking
gonna
about.
hear. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you should be excited. Like, we're so excited just because we did it. But
I guess same question as I
that
asked
sounded
about
bad, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
about
Sorry.
Sherry Lane. Since you've recorded it, any criticisms of what you've done there that you're planning to grow upon for your next album?
Red
Assuming there's
Bull.
going to be a next album.
Hmm.
Yeah, there will be a
Just
next
Reddit.
album.
You're talking about
Like, you're talking
criticisms
mistakes
of
as
this
far as-
next one that
Criticisms of the one we're about to release.
Yeah, or
That
not
are gonna
even
shape us.
criticisms, but like I don't know,
Things
just
we've
things you've
learned
learned
already.
about the process and
Oh, okay.
recording and songwriting. And
Well, I can see in the future. This is just for me personally that I have a lot of room for change and improvement
Dude,
in
we all do.
uh, how I add to our songs.
You know, Paul McCartney and John Lennon didn't write all the Beatles songs. So in the most subtle way, I would like to see I think that these three guys have a lot of potential in them to be songwriters, and it doesn't always have to be me and Luke, you know. Yeah. And I think that me personally, from my songwriting perspective, I think that like taking in other genres and being able to play other genres is something that I've been working on recently, and like being in jazz has really helped my guitar playing and just being a better musician in general. And I think that I will like be able to take that into account for the next one, you know.
Yeah, that's why I say the end of the album is mine. Sorry, did I interrupt you?
No, I
No,
just
I
want to
didn't
hear
say
from Eli. I
anything.
haven't heard from him
Okay,
in a
yeah,
minute.
go Eli then. Sorry, I'll
As
talk
far
about
as, I mean, yeah, I think we all have improvement. I don't know, songwriting. For me, it's one of those things that I quit too early. I like when I try songwriting, it's always like I get an idea down and it's like this is trash, or like I could do better. And I like to use like music theory and stuff and put it into it, but I don't know. I don't know if I could do it. I don't think I could do lyrics. I can probably like write song structures, but I can lyrics are like
yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know how they do it.
Yeah, same.
I've told Eli for years, please write me a bass line. I want a bass-driven song.
We have
And he's
one
like,
now
I will.
on
Yeah.
accident.
We do have one
We
on.
have
We have a
couple.
few on accident.
But here's I just don't want it to be like a repetitive bass line like Seven Nation Army or something, you know? Like
Yeah.
I want it to be like complex
Oh,
and like
no.
super
Oh no.
rip
The cam. We're back.
with Logan.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Should we take that?
Yeah, we could move the webcam.
Yeah, we can.
I mean,
Is it-
I can do
wait.
that.
You can just keep talking.
Yeah, keep talking.
I totally lost where I was at.
Seven Nation Army.
Yeah, because I don't know. I like it. I like really extravagant chords. I like how that sounds, especially with like when you're adding sevenths and ninths
You listen
and
to Adam
crazy
Neely?
voicing. Yes, I love Adam Neely.
Dude, his songs
See, Eli,
rip.
My secret
They're
trick
so
to
cool.
11ths and 9ths is to ignore them and just play their root.
See, we're at the point in this podcast now where we're talking about stuff that we don't even really know about each other, which is
Yeah,
sick.
honestly, I was just thinking that. Like, Reed, I had no idea that your arena experience. I just had no idea that that was a thing that really.
I mean, it was
meant
just
something.
two performances, but that's
Yeah, I know, but like low key, I mean, it's deeper than.
yeah. That's
This is probably one of the deepest conversations we've had as a group.
yeah. I was getting there for sure.
Yeah, because usually every other time we try and sit down
What
and
your
have a
podcast
conversation,
does
I
to
start
people,
playing Smash
Joel.
Brothers.
That's right,
Yeah.
dude. Smash Bros
That's
is a
the point.
problem.
It's to make people think.
What was I gonna say when I interrupted Eli?
You interrupted
Oh,
me with Adam
yeah.
Neely.
No, the first time. I was gonna say that like that's why I say the end of the album is mine. Max wrote it, but like
It's Eli. It's Reed's.
I'm saying it's mine because Max would like write a riff, and he'd have like a completely different idea, and he wouldn't even say it. And I'd be like, no, Max, this is what we're gonna do. And then he'd be like, okay, and then and I think the end of like the last song is completely different. And you know, Joel, I showed you both versions,
Oh
and I don't
Yeah.
think you liked the one that I made better.
I agree with you. Yeah.
Which one? You liked the.
He liked the one that isn't on the album. So does Max.
Wait.
Oh.
FY. That's what
Yeah, FY.
I'm gonna need another listen.
Yeah.
And
See,
yeah.
I'll have to
Also,
find
we're
it.
the
talking
one
in
that, there
in
was the
code
one
right
that we
now.
recorded down here.
Yeah.
We
And I was
recorded
like,
here,
There's
and that was the
one
first one. And then
that's halftime and one that's not.
Alvaro took the other one.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Alvaro Vázquez. He's from Spain.
Mm-hmm.
What's his Spotify?
Artor.
Artor.
ARTOR. He actually just released an EP last month,
Hmm.
which is really cool.
Yeah, he's on a
Check
label.
that out.
Yeah, he's on a label in Spain. Yeah, he's crazy. But him and I did that last song together.
He's an extremely talented.
And it took us a really long time. And it's different than anything we've ever
And
done.
we used like part of the demo in the final product, isn't
Yeah.
that right?
Yeah, a couple parts.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's actually stuff. I think that's the only song that we truly have stuff from the demo in the final product.
Almost that slow one, but we ended up changing that.
What?
I just love how we have to speak in code.
Yeah.
How vague we
You'll-
have to
you'll
be.
just have to come back to talk more about it.
Yeah,
People get it when
honestly.
they listen. They'll listen to this again and be like, oh.
You know, something that I always wanted to do was like what 21 Pilots did for Vessel,
Hmm.
where they have the. It's a different album, but when you put it together, it's like
I think we're doing that, bro.
they have like a 50-second clip of like them talking about what the song's about, and then it plays the song.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
like
I know
a
what
like a
you're talking
commentary album.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know what those are
I've
exactly
always
called,
thought
but
that's so
yeah.
cool.
That's. I think they're just called commentary.
Really?
I've seen a
Oh
couple.
yeah. It's like Guns for Hands commentary.
Yeah, like parenthesis commentary. Yeah,
Yeah.
there was one for Blue October.
I think we'd have too much though,
Yeah, we would.
because like, there's
I mean, you could dumb stuff down.
there's the plot, then there's the plot. There's the plot of the album. There's the inside plot of the album, and then there's the the sci-fi story of the album, and then there's like the psychedelic story of the album, and then there's those for each song.
Yeah.
Like 3 or 4 different things that you could talk about.
Yeah.
We'll need like whiteboards and stuff for the
So
album
this
talk.
one is
Yeah.
You're talking to the right guys.
You know
Yeah.
I can't remember what show it's from. That one comedy scene with this guy's talking just this crazy conspiracy theory, and there's this funny image from it where
Great
his
pedal.
hair's messed up. And
Yeah,
he's
no,
just-
that's it's always sunny. It's Charlie, and he's
yeah.
like,
And it turns out the entire time he's just like schizophrenic.
Is that how you guys are good at songwriting? Is
Or
schizophrenia?
insanity.
Schizo.
Yeah.
It's our
No.
secret.
I mean,
You just listen to the voices. Honestly, wow, that's actually an oddly accurate metaphor. I feel like for like
Maybe.
poetry,
Yeah.
just listen to the voice in your
Well, you know, they always talk about people
I feel like
writing songs because they had a dream about it.
yeah.
Isn't that like
Hmm.
Strawberry Fields?
head.
Who knows?
I know that
I
the
couldn't tell
Beatles
ya.
always did that. They would like have. Well, they also like tripped on acid all the time, but
Yeah.
you don't do that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we
They-
don't do that.
they had like dreams that they would. I don't know.
I don't know. It's always
inspiration comes in strange ways.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know
it's-
how
it-
anyone does that, because like
Yeah, I was
my
just gonna
dreams
say
just
that.
don't make sense.
Yeah.
Like,
See,
I don't know about you, but like,
Yeah. Well, and you know, it's funny because we're talking about how not every single one of the songs on the album is just this deep dive.
Mm-mm.
You know, there's
End of the
there's
road.
multiple songs that I'm thinking of that are they're just songs. You know, like
We fit them in, but like we kind of had to be like, well, this makes sense because blank, instead of like,
yeah.
this song is about this, and that's
There's-
why it makes
There's
sense.
definitely filler songs
Yeah.
for the concept, but they're not all like this one's about love. This one's dark.
Mm.
This one's happy.
Yeah.
They're just songs.
You're like, ba-ba-ba-da-da-da-da. Sounds just a song.
I was actually thinking about.
Oh my God.
Okay, that
You guys
was
should play one of
actually
those
just a song.
if you're gonna
Yeah.
just
The-
if you're gonna sing them.
the
might as well
We
just
drink
play
can't
them.
do that one.
We can play the
Okay.
drink.
We can't do
song.
that one for sure. There's a few people that need to be here for some of those
Oh,
ones.
okay.
Yeah.
We
You
can
know?
Is
play
Tommy
the,
Doggett
we can
one of 'em?
play the
Yeah.
water
Nice.
song.
Easy.
I think that we're gonna have like Evan Rains do that though.
We'll see.
I don't think we can.
Don't
I don't think we
speak
can
that.
get
He doesn't know.
Tommy Doggett to.
He doesn't
does he
know.
know that he's
He
gonna
doesn't
be
even
asked
know.
to do
That would be so dope. Dana's probably typing something.
probably.
We haven't even told Tommy Doggett that we have a show.
There actually is a nice message from Bridal Mist. I don't know. who
That's
that is,
from
but-
Udosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember my
Udosh.
first time listening to DiCaprio when Reed told me it dropped, and it was such a surreal feeling. Like you guys have so much potential, and I hope you guys all go far for the future to come.
Thank
Mhm.
you.
He was
That's
gonna
awesome.
come to the studio, but there was no time where it worked,
Mhm.
which kind of sucked.
That's so nice.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, Udosh and I weren't really even great friends. He just saw on my Snapchat and he slid up
Nice.
and was like, "This is sick," and I was like, "Hey, thanks, dude."
Yeah, it's a
then-
good feeling.
Then we
I feel like I've
hop
made a
in
lot of
Discord for a
relationships
bit.
like that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Like, hey man, your music's nice. Like, thanks.
Well, 'cause that's like super I mean, maybe not for like other people saying it to us isn't like personal. They just like the song.
And
So for
sometimes
us, it's like Logan was saying earlier, it's like a part of us is the music. And so somebody to say that it sounds good is like telling me that like where my head and my heart is at is,
Oh, yeah.
is good.
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
Yeah,
Thank you.
definitely a direct extension. Well,
Yeah.
not completely direct because the's 5 people
Right,
contributing,
right.
right? But
Well, it's still,
yeah.
if somebody didn't like something, it probably wouldn't fly.
yeah.
I've a friend of mine is I consider him, he's a very talented musician, but he's not very like, he doesn't really hand out compliments too much when it comes to like music.
That's me.
And no, that description fits everyone in this room.
Yeah, literally.
Fair.
But he had listened to DiCaprio, and we were on Discord together, and we're just with all our friends. And then it's getting late, people are logging out, and I just hear like him just singing our stuff, and he didn't even mention, or like I didn't tell him to listen to it. He's just listening, and that just like, it's nice to know that.
Yeah.
it also surprised me to like how supportive people can be if you like have like a product to put out.
Mhm.
Like I got tons of messages from people that I don't necessarily talk to on
Right.
a normal basis, saying that
Mhm.
like, okay, saying that like, hey, like I like your song and stuff like that, and I don't know, it was eye opening. It was great.
Yeah.
Nothing like it.
Yeah, it's a very weird feeling.
I find it kind of interesting that there are more Urbandale people that know that Eli is in our band than know that I am in.
That is
That's
not
true
true.
anymore. It
Fact.
used to be.
That
It
is
used to be.
fact
It used to
and a
be.
half.
It used to be,
That used
but
to
it's not
be-
anymore.
Yeah, no,
Completely
Logan,
true.
on the Spotify, you are like the person in the very front.
Yeah. Now it's different, but like
I agree with you in the past.
for
I think
The
you've
longest-
blossomed as a person, Logan.
for the longest time, people are like, "Hey, do you know that Max has this band, Ron Wilson?" I'm like, "Yeah."
They didn't know I was in either.
Well,
Yeah, but you were different.
Yeah. Are you guys getting new like band picks anytime soon?
We have new band picks.
Oh,
Shout
yeah.
out to
Kinda.
They're
We need to
We have
take
a few new
more.
bands.
we need
yeah,
to.
we need to take more. And
Yeah.
Why
There's
do
a
we need to
lot of
take more?
content that we have to make.
dude, we could always use photos.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we have the
Like, we
purple
can't have
ones
too
from
many.
a long time ago.
Well,
This would
yeah,
actually
but
be a nice,
yeah,
uh,
we could.
like if there was a
Blanket
nice
wall.
camera with this
Blanket wall.
lighting.
Hey, can we
you
get
could make
blanket
it-
wall?
I
in the
saw
chat.
no, I saw a few
Shuttle.
people when I got up to change the camera. I saw a few people that were saying blanket wall.
Yeah.
Really?
Blanket
I'm
wall.
so
I think it was my
glad.
dad actually.
I'm so glad
Dana
that
said blanket wall.
Yeah. Well, he was like how to make a band look good or something like that.
Hey, thanks,
wall.
Dad.
So-
I appreciate it.
Shout
I
out
saw.
Dana.
All I saw from
X
Michael was
four.
blanket wall.
Hey, let's get a shout out to Dolores Reapy for making most of these
Drew.
blankets.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yes.
Shout out to
Shout out.
Dolores.
Shout out.
Actually,
Shout
half
out.
of them, 50% of them,
Yep.
she's made by hand.
Yep.
That one, Eli.
Which one? This one?
That one, the one
Yeah.
behind you, and the one behind Luke.
Nice.
Thanks, Dolores.
Yeah.
Hey, guys.
It also like I don't know, the light coming through and hitting all these blankets is really nice. The back one is
awesome.
beautiful. Yeah. Yeah.
How would you guys feel right now
What?
about playing Never Let You Go?
I'm so bad at
Is that you guys like started kind of jamming on that earlier,
yeah, we
right?
were. Wait,
I was craving that.
I
Yeah.
I think we should.
I would love that.
What do you think?
I'll
Let's do
play
it.
it. I don't think it's gonna be
You
the
sure?
best ever,
Yeah.
but it'll be fine.
We can do it slower, or we can do it. Do you want it up?
No,
you
let's
want
just
it
do it.
same
Let's just
same
do it.
pitch?
Yeah, we can do it the same.
We don't need to go slower, but
I heard that.
yeah, nice,
Dude,
Eli.
thanks.
Dude, thanks. Dude, hey, Eli.
I feel like I'm really quiet. I don't know. Are we all in the same mix right now?
No, you're in your own mix.
I'm in my own. I'm very quiet. I can't
Logan, do you know how to get to
hear
your
myself.
mixes?
And it's looking.
There's a
making
thing
me
that says
angry.
aux in the top, like aux FX or something. Yep. Find Eli at the top. Now turn himself up.
he's like basically maxed.
Thanks,
Eli,
Eli.
you're at +10.
I don't know.
Hey,
See,
shout out-
Dana was.
Shout out Dana for this
this
distortion pedal I'm using again.
Hey, shout out
Dude,
to
Dana's
Logan
got-
for learning how to use the mixer because I can't have the computer close enough to me to use it. So he learned how to do this tonight, and he's actually killing it.
that too loud?
Yeah, that was good, you guys.
It was really fun. Although Brim kicked me out during one of the.
You have a different mix
one of
than
the
us.
big
Can
name
you
shows.
tell me if this is too loud?
Joel has the master. Joel
Yeah.
has what they're hearing on stream.
Okay.
Well, there's no way
Am
to
I too
know.
loud?
I think it's a little loud.
Me?
I need to hear everything else too. I think.
Max, turn down a little bit.
Yeah.
Just not too much.
I think my distortion's too.
Your distortion.
Also, does my mic sound weird to anyone else, or is it just me?
No, you sound
Your
fine.
mic sounds fine.
I think it sounds
There's
fine.
sometimes we're like.
Yeah, it's crackly. The XLR and it is nicht so gut.
I
But
don't know why.
You took German?
I didn't.
I'm ready.
Well, I'm a singer, so you know. So I did take
Oh
German. actually.
yes. Tune, please. Ooh,
Thanks for
he's
telling
way
me to
off.
tune.
Oh, is that crazy if you could hand me that snark?
Dude, that's
Would that
crazy.
be that insane?
Dude, my life is a movie.
Nice.
Who just said
Halfway.
movie?
My
Max
life a
said his
movie.
life was a movie because
My life
Joel
is
just
a
handed.
movie.
Hey, so are we
Eli
still on to go to McDonald's after this?
Yes.
Absolutely.
no free
It's
brand
good.
Okay,
placement.
stop
I'm going
my sister's
to
pre-McDonald's or
Burger
post
Chain.
McDonald's?
Gosh, I love McDonald's.
Can we? Never mind.
You could say I'm loving it.
Ready?
Nope. Everybody.
We could do the full band version of Red and Blue.
Red and
also.
blue.
Hey, music
talked about
majors.
it enough
Hey,
tonight,
music
Sam.
majors. How do you feel about this?
All right, so turns out Max is no longer in our band.
Sadly,
the
Luke
end
writes
stream
all-
button has never been more appealing.
It's like going into Stairway. Or it's like
Max,
going
play the
into Guitar
song.
Center and playing Stairway
yeah,
to
what's-
Heaven.
Max, play the song.
Right now?
Yes.
That's really fast.
This is Never Let You Go, by the way.
Eat it.
Now you're living in my head. I bet you'd rather see me dead. So many things I want to say. I think of you sometimes, and I always thought it would change your mind. And I guess that you never know. It's just a memory, but fell apart just to set you free. And I guess that's just the way it goes. I wish I'd never let you go. Take me back to the nights, car seats and stereotypes. Never thought I'd want that bad. You know what they say about love, break your heart and steal your trust. Such a beautiful heart attack. I think of you sometimes, and I always thought it would change your mind. And I guess that you would never know. It's just a memory, but it fell apart just to set you free. And I guess that's just the way it goes. I wish I'd never let you go.
Not yet. No, one more time. One more time. One more time. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Blue eyes, sun shining, one look and I'll go blinding, but I can't look away.
a good time.
You need to get better at that before we play live.
Yeah, damn. I didn't
That
re-
was
it's been
not
so
very
long.
You can
good.
practice it here. You can practice it again if you
Gotta
want.
play with the click.
That was fun.
You guys should play a couple more tunes.
You wanna do red and blue?
It's a blast.
Should we throw a cover out? What covers do we know off rip?
Television.
I think we could do red and blue.
Television.
I think
Logan doesn't know
if we're
red and
gonna do
blue.
a cover.
Logan's like moving out is very tantalizing.
That's what I was gonna say. That sounds like it's been a minute.
I can't do
No.
moving out. I don't know
We're not doing
anymore.
moving
Yeah,
out.
no.
I don't know
I
anymore.
don't even want.
Ask the audience for requests and
Yeah,
we'll
throw
say
a
no.
request.
because
If you've
we
been to
don't
one of
know
our
any
shows,
songs.
tell us which
Yes or
covers
no.
you like, I guess.
Set list. Take a gander.
I'm just gonna let you know the amount of energy it took for me to like remember how to play the songs today so far.
Never let you go as a toughie. Eli messed me up.
If you throw a random cover
Oh,
at
is that
twice,
right?
I'm gonna pass away.
Right.
2 times.
I went to the bridge early.
Yeah, and you exited the bridge early too.
No,
It's
no
all
audience requests yet.
That's fine.
Oh, Party in the USA
No.
from Michael.
We can't do that.
Roxanne.
Unfortunately.
You wanna do?
That's actually funny because when we were having those rehearsals,
That was funny.
this is a story. I'll just tell it. So, we were down there and I was singing something and I sang it really wrong. And obviously we were in your house. We were in the Andrews house, and you can hear everything, right?
Yeah.
I screamed the F word
Into a mic.
into a mic. And I got a text from Michael that says, "You know everybody just heard that, right?" And then Dana comes down and he's like, "You know everybody just heard that, right?"
He said the rule we have in faculty lounge is swear as much as you want,
Out of mic.
just not in the mic.
Well, I'm not in faculty lounge, so yeah.
It was fun times. What are you playing?
Hey, we could do ride. That one's really. We could just
Honestly,
film that one.
Max, you can't do worse than my podcast in high school. I don't think there's any way.
Is that still on SoundCloud?
I hope not. It got a little edgy sometimes.
I remember Mom was real scared about that one.
Yeah. It wasn't me though doing the edgy thing, so I'm cool with it. There are Cadillac requests.
We're gonna do ride.
Can it,
We're gonna do
How
ride.
I
many?
can't do ride. I don't know it all.
Why?
dude?
We don't know ride like you guys do.
We have not touched up our set list.
Do you still know the words? Louis?
Yeah,
I'm like,
not.
you don't.
Truth?
We
Okay.
literally played it.
Is Truth a song, or is my mom telling me that it's true that my podcast
She's
in high
telling
school is
you-
a yikes?
she's telling you it's true that it's yikes.
It wasn't actually. It was.
You talked about teachers.
I didn't. Those were guests. Anyways,
Guests in our home.
I'm not in the business of censorship.
We can also do Cadillac.
Yeah, I feel like that's like standard.
Yeah, but they asked for it.
No, how many?
Let's
How
do
many?
Cadillac.
Tim Carver asked for it. I think you owe
Oh
it to
my-
Tim.
Let's
Yeah.
make Cadillac
Eli
different.
doesn't even know.
Let's make Cadillac different.
What are you talking about?
Let's do it in let's do it in B flat.
Dude, I can't
Cadillac?
play
Okay, I
B-flat.
hate you.
Why?
Are we like
can't.
going?
No, we're not
going?
doing.
Okay.
We're not doing that in B flat.
Okay. Then I guess we'll do it normal.
Why? What's the deal?
Why don't you want to do it normal?
We can. No, I just thought it'd be fun.
No. Fun about it.
Ready?
No more nights will I sleep by your side and dream in black and white. Here on out, I'll try to turn the dark to day to watch you walk away. 'Cause you're fresh on my mind, and I wonder why. But I love the way that you move, and I can't stay true to you. Oh, circled around the sun a few too many times before, and now I know for sure I won't fight but you can't stay. You better drive that red Cadillac away tonight. I cut all my ties, and there's no turning back this time. You wish you crossed my mind. The serpents ran you dry, and now I know that time rolls on, and I don't care that you're gone. And you cried for me to stay as I walked away. You never wanted anything less than a simple yes. You're so obsessed. I'm above the blue. I'll look at you from depths below, and I know where you'll go. I'll never see it through, and it won't ever be the same. So don't you say my name, 'cause I'll find a way to keep you coming back, but you can't stay. You better drive that red Cadillac away.
Let's see what gear we in. Yep, what gear we in?
You'll find a way to keep you coming back, and you're to blame. You better drive that red Cadillac away tonight.
I'm so glad I read Read Well because I knew that he was going to end even though he did it 3 times.
What?
Excuse me.
We say
What are you talking about?
away tonight.
Oh, I missed it?
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Oopsie.
Hey, it worked
Hey,
out.
Fake it till you make
I
it.
couldn't figure out. I was like blanking, and then I was like, well, I've never soloed on Cadillac before.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
I completely forgot that was mine.
That's right.
No, I just wanted to do it anyway.
I dig the Rhodes sound in this.
You know,
Yeah.
Rhodes fits in every
Every
song.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
I don't-
Especially those EP songs, it was Rhodes for like everything.
Remember how heavy that was to get in the car?
What? The Rhodes?
The Rhodes.
Yeah.
When did
Shout
you
out
get it?
to my dad for one day being like,
Oh, yeah, man.
There's
Yo.
so many
Shout
shout outs to Dana.
well, he
tonight.
was like, one day he knows I love playing the Rhodes, and one day he was like, hey, it's taking up a lot of space. Do you want it at your place? And I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that means I'll actually like play piano. Like,
Yeah, Max was
frequently.
there when Dad put it in my car.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't you help?
Hey, shout out to
I
me
helped.
for getting the thing over there.
the mixer,
Respect, Logan.
some of the mixer,
the-
the rack.
Oh,
The
Shout out
rack
to me,
Yeah.
guys.
out of
It's-
Reed's car.
It's
single-handed.
gone, but that's okay. Oh yeah, he did. He was at the bottom of the stairs, making sure it wouldn't like fall down when we put it back in the basement over break.
Yeah.
Logan like carried that.
Do you guys want to talk about anything else? Anything else been on your minds?
I'm just
really
having fun.
hungry.
Yeah.
I'm having a good time.
I'm having
Yeah.
How many
tons of
people
fun.
are on?
I am a little.
We got
hungry,
16
though.
now.
16.
We were up
Wow,
up again to 22 earlier, but
Wow.
Is that our highest?
22?
I think so. It might have gone higher. I don't know.
Cool.
Who wants to teach
What's your
Logan
setup
red
like
and
over
blue?
there right now? You have you, and then you have.
Yeah.
Cool. That's a good setup.
Yeah, honestly, like this camera is super nice, the one that went out, but it's kind of nice to,
Have
I know.
everybody in there.
yeah.
Well, you should
And-
have been switching it, Joel.
Well, yeah, but I had a whole family photo in this one.
Yeah,
it was beautiful.
You're doing a good
I think that next
Um,
time, what we should do is when we come back to talk about the album,
Hmm.
we should have somebody that's just running cameras.
Yeah.
And then, like, so we can have a camera on everybody. So if Logan's
And-
going on a spiel, we can just put the camera on Logan and
Yeah.
he's talking.
Right. Yeah.
Like a full
First of all,
like
he's the
production
first
thing.
one.
Yeah. And
Like,
someone,
That's
I
how
actually
it
have
is.
someone who is like totally down to do that, and someone. Also, I'd be down to run the mixer, but someone like on this side who can run the mixer.
I was gonna ask you if Alpha's gonna come, because he could definitely do the camera.
Oh yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
mixer's
we just need a
kinda
plan
fun.
because
I need to plan because I always like I'm having troubles dealing with my own schedule and like
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I had time, I would have set it so we shut off all of these mics, while we're talking, and then shut off your mic automatically while
Yeah.
we're playing.
I honestly don't
didn't have
really
time.
care. Like I know that Ableton didn't work, but
No, it's not a big deal.
like we've been sitting here like all I do is turn my volume pedal up and then I'm here.
Yeah.
No, it's fine, but I could there just wasn't enough time before.
Yeah.
That's all.
Wow.
Drop D, be like.
my dad said Max and Bogan. Is that
That's Bogan.
an endearing nickname? Don't forget jazz band gig in less than 9 hours.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
You guys planning on driving back tonight?
No,
Yeah,
we're
no.
driving back at 5
Oh
a.m.
my God, have fun.
Thanks for the friendly
4:30,
reminder,
not
Dana.
5.
Wow.
Yeah, we're actually
Another
leaving
shout
at
out to
4:30
you.
because we're supposed to be.
You, guys
You know what? They're feeding
I
us
am
though. So.
Definitely
Hey,
going
there
back
you
with
go.
Reed.
Hey, Joel.
Reed, I'm going
Veronica's-
back with you.
Okay.
Don't
Well, I'm gonna see you
Yeah, I
guys
saw that.
later anyway.
Leave it that
Um,
Eli. You got to Uber back. You want to talk about Tess a little bit?
I will go stay with
No,
You guys trying to jam more or talk more? Or?
I'm done.
it's up to
playing.
you, dude.
You want to play television?
I'm at the point in the podcast where I'm just like,
You're done.
yeah, my
Should we
brain
play,
is
like-
gone as it does.
should we
and
play, like,
I'm just chilling.
One or two more songs. We can talk about one more thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Call
But,
it.
all right.
I'm saying
Yeah, I'm
television.
down for
because
whatever.
We
Yeah.
talked about it earlier
Yeah,
so
and-
much.
I got
and
through,
It never
uh,
misses.
I got through everything in my handy dandy notebook, so at this point it's all gravy.
Yeah, figure it out.
So what'll it be?
Covers?
Yeah, I want
Is
to
that what we're looking at?
Okay,
Thanks, Logan.
ready?
Television?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, okay.
crap.
This is by
Rex
Rex Orange
County.
County.
Orange
Okay,
County.
we'll do. This is the clean version. Yep.
All right.
A 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Hi.
I'm not afraid. I can be myself, and I hope you can be self as well. 'Cause I can make it feel alright. There was so much happiness we were still yet to find. Said you can call me Alex, baby. Welcome to my life. But don't you worry, don't worry, girl. No, I'm not sure if I'm into you. The last time that you checked, I was probably so tired and confused. No, I don't know what you like. But if you're looking for something new, I know somebody that you could choose. What about me? What about me? What about me and you together? Something that could really last forever. What about me? What about me? What about me and you together? Something that could really last forever. Where are we at? If all my friends wanna be in her bed, then I begin to wonder why. Guess that I'd be lying to myself. Cause who the heck will be dumb enough to project off on our 1 over our 2 2 10 1 5? Couple hours could change your life. Frank can say, oh, what a night, what a night. Who the heck needs a girlfriend? Never need advice. Maybe I should go outside so I can try to get a life. I made a friend, she spent the night. Now I'm in love and she remains in my life. Back when we spoke in Europe, I need insurance on my emotions. I can't get hurt again.
prepared to face my fears. I guess that it's time that I dry these tears.
I thought the first time was the end, and that's why I was nuts.
I was wondering why you were just going
Certified
balls to the
nuts.
wall there. God.
I thought we were doing an old trash can ending.
I wouldn't mind a Ron Wilson like metal EP. That'd be fun.
Well,
Pretty sick.
yeah. I've got a double pedal and a China.
Yeah.
Should I bust it on?
Start shredding.
Be way too loud.
That'd be fun.
Crows get stung.
Jeanette asked for "In My Bed" again because she missed it, but
We can do that.
whatever.
Like,
It's also on
we
Spotify.
can do that just for her at the end.
Okay.
Well, should we just
It's
do it in my bed and
recorded.
call it good?
I wanna
think
do
so.
Red and blue so bad.
Look,
With Logan can't.
Why? Yeah.
What are
We
the
can
chords?
do red and blue some other time.
You just-
it's not. You can't just give me a what.
I don't even know if I can play red and blue.
Like I don't
just
want to
tuned
spend.
it out.
I don't want to spend 5 minutes arguing with Max over what I should be doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's not a jab at you. That's a jab at myself for not knowing it. That's whatever.
Y'all need like a drive folder with all your charts on it.
He just talked to me earlier today about how I should be writing sheets for myself.
Yeah, you should.
Didn't we say that like last year?
Yep.
You don't understand that. I don't want. I don't understand.
What do you guys
That's-
think?
that's
Should we do it? Should we do it again?
In my bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should do it again,
It went well.
and then
Yeah, it went a lot.
Is this,
When I
uh,
hear
is
it
this
after
goodbye?
that,
What?
it
this
is-
might is this
Yes,
goodbye
probably.
for
it is
now?
on all platforms.
Yeah, sure.
So the next time that we'll
Yeah.
be here is our album will be released.
Yeah, it'll be in April.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Isn't that crazy?
I'm excited.
Us too.
Yeah, we were talking about today. Like the next thing to release is a full-length album, the first any of us have ever released.
Hmm.
Not the last.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Well, thanks to everyone out there for tuning in. Thanks for Ron Wilson.
And thanks so
coming to
much for
town.
having us, Joel.
Yeah, thanks
Yeah,
for having
Joel.
us.
Of course,
Thank
we'll have
you.
to do it again.
This
Thanks
has been
for
a
letting me
blast.
keep my
Yeah.
stuff
You know
down
what? Most fun I've had in a while.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is like, this exhausts me, but is like, it's it's been
I
amazing.
told Eli, and I said it in my head that I would be friends with. I said that I'd be friends with Reed again after the after the live is over, and
Yeah.
Reed, we can officially be friends again.
Nice.
I actually said to him,
Max is
That's
not
cute.
okay.
I calmed down and I said, Reed, I'm sorry, can we be friends again? And he said, and I
Wait,
quote,
when?
die.
When? When?
When
That sounds-
when
yeah.
when Ableton went down.
Oh, I didn't even hear
I'm
what
just
you
gonna.
said. I
I'm just
said
gonna keep
die.
this on the record that they say this now, but wait like 30 minutes into whatever we're doing next. And it's
And then they're
start.
gonna
Well,
start.
Okay,
We're just a bunch
here's
of
a
sibs.
talking point.
They're
We're
These-
just siblings.
they're an
Max-
old married couple.
Max and I
Exactly.
can
I've been like I was
scream.
talking
Yeah.
to. I think I was talking to my girlfriend about a couple days ago about how our band has like you have the dad, or the dad, who knows, and then the mom. I don't know who's. I don't know who's who.
Divorced
And then
family.
the two children.
And then the
Yeah.
children always trying to put
You
it
got
back
the kids.
together.
You got the
It's the
unc-
kids' jobs to
Look,
pick
you-
up the pieces.
You have the uncle over there, who's always dragged into the arguments.
Yeah,
for
I
no
was gonna
reason.
say
I'm
Eli's
uncle.
the uncle.
I'm 100%.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
you have
yeah.
the kids.
Yeah.
Max and I can get super heated, but it's never like
It's
like,
always
if
over
we
the
s-
dumbest
if,
thing.
If we stop talking about it, it's over. But like Eli in the studio will be like, "Guys, stop! No, we're gonna figure this out. We're gonna figure this out, Eli."
Yeah.
Well, one of the worst times was we were down here and we were recording my Belmont submission
Oh my
portfolio.
gosh.
Like I have to play a few songs and then send it out.
They knocked over one of these mics.
Yeah, one of
Which
his
is
overheads
$500.
tipped
I
over and
did.
he caught
And
it.
it did not fall.
And it hit
Good.
my
because
head,
we both
Good.
caught it.
and it
We
hurt.
both
That's
caught
good.
it.
Yeah, those are heavy.
And then he like was just so I don't even want to
Well,
go into
no,
it. We
what
just
I
got
said
into it. We
was
just
I s-
bickered.
What I said
Yeah.
was,
We bicker a lot.
Yeah.
They made up.
these
So
mics
I've
are
learned.
worth a lot of money. Do not knock anything else over.
And I didn't.
And that because we were like chilling before.
Has
that,
anybody
and I
drank
said
after
that.
Reed tonight?
Anybody what?
Has anybody drank after Reed? I just remembered that he has.
I have a piece.
Oh,
Oh, his
Tonsillitis.
his. Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, no, it's chill now.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, she said it could be any time that it's gone, and it's actually gone. Like
Nice.
0 cap.
Nice. That's good to hear. Well,
Thanks, Eli.
anyways, after following that rabbit hole,
Yeah.
Max and I
Um,
are best buds, even when we're yelling.
yeah, this has been the 4th episode of The Quest for Why. they'll hopefully we'll start putting them edited on YouTube, unedited on YouTube too, but start to actually start producing these things.
Hey, I'd watch them.
It's been a lot of fun. You can watch this and all the prior ones on my Twitch as VODs, or they'll all be on YouTube shortly. Yeah, come back. Actually, I'll probably take a week off next week. But then eventually I'm going to have my good friend Kaleem on. He makes beats on SoundCloud, and they're really sick.
Of your
yeah, and I've also talked to him about making a beat for the intro and outro of this podcast, so I'm real excited for that. Yeah, something like that. No, you should check him out. I'll link him. I'll link everyone actually that I've had on here after this.
You can find us runwilson.com. Anywhere
Yeah.
on social, either Run Wilson or Run Wilson Band.
And they can buy merch and CDs and stuff.
Not CDs.
Not yet.
CDs. Okay.
We're gonna have CDs for that.
Vinyl?
I wanted to so bad, but they didn't want to. It's
It's
really
so
expensive,
expensive.
and you don't really get anything out of it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there will be CDs. There will be new merch. If
see
you want to
about
go on to runwilson.com right now, we have $5 off of
yeah.
the rest of our stock.
Yeah, they're $15.
of T-shirts. We have the green ones and then the white ones. It's mostly just smalls and mediums, but yeah, we want to sell out of those because once the album releases, we're never touching those again.
That's the only way we make money, by the way, and we don't even keep it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So like, right now that money is just being saved.
Yep.
Because we don't really have anything to spend it on. But
Nice.
actually, we have merch to buy.
So should we
DiCaprio
send
and
it
In
off?
My Bed are out now
Yep.
on all platforms.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Make sure
Hey,
to go ahead and listen.
Reed, is there a way after the song is over to mute all of this, or do I have to do that on my end? Because I'd like to play you guys' tunes as a little.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Well,
just
thanks
wanna
again, everyone.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thanks
You
for
just want to
tuning in.
mute like everything on the Focusrite?
Yeah, I'll just do that.
Just turn those knobs.
All right. Cool.
Cool.
Take it away.
All right.
Give me a count again.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Satellite paradise, you're looking your best when your skin tight. Don't lie. 17, life was a dream. If you look through my lens, maybe you'll see. Maybe I drive by your house. Maybe you drive by yours. Moonlight, see you with so many colors tonight. I'm just lying in my bed. Think of places, let's get right to sweetie boo. I know you left me all alone. You still never call me on that phone of yours. I know it's hard. Always the one that breaks my heart until I love you again. If I drive by your house, baby, you can drive my car. Moonlight,
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yes.
Thank you. And
Gracias.
Bofa. You got them both, Joel? We're clean.
We're still on camera though.
Yeah, but I don't care. It don't matter.
Okay, wanna watch us like.
I told her the time frame, but I knew that we were gonna go longer.
She's waiting.
She's not. No, she has a life, so she doesn't really care.
Sorry.
Satellite paradise, you're looking your best when you're skin tight. Don't lie. 17, life was a dream. If you look through my lens, maybe you'll see. Maybe if I drive by your house, baby, you can drive my car. Moonlight, moonlight, see you in so many colors tonight. I'm just lying in my bed. Syncopation, let's get back to sweet emotion tonight. Tonight, baby, don't you cry. I know you left me all alone, and you still never call me on that phone of yours. I know it's hard, always the one that breaks my heart, until I love you again. If I drive by your house, baby, you can drive my car. Moonlight, moonlight, see you in so many colors tonight. I'm just lying